Hey guys, J-Man here in the Fantom Zone. Today we're just going to be hanging out, just talking whatever comes up. You know how it goes. We're going to be keeping it pretty loose as we always do. I know Hawkeye, 3 episodes are out, so I saw all of Hawkeye. So that was good, and we'll talk about that. There's a lot of comics that came out this week. I got to grab my iPad here. There's a whole bunch of stuff that came out. I wasn't able to read everything because it's all annuals this week. So it was just like a ton. It's just like so much to read. Put that over there. But yeah, a lot to talk about. So hey, Pineapple Pizza, what's going on? Hey man, hey, yeah, you messaged me. That's okay, dude. If you can't make the streams, that's cool. It's good to see you though. Could not be reached. How's it going, dude? Thanks for coming in. All right, so let's take a look at just quickly kind of what's come out this week for comics. I did see, or I'm sorry, I got my Spiderman what is it called? I don't know what it's called. Help me out. No Way Home? Is that what it's called? Yes. Okay, it's called No Way Home. So Sean and I got our No Way Home tickets. They sold out like instantly. Like, and I've got the app, so I'm on the app. Like, as soon as the tickets go on sale, I'm there, and it was like sold out. I couldn't get my preferred seat. Sean was able to get in and get us some seats, so we're going to be seeing it Thursday, opening night, first showing on Thursday. So hopefully I'll come back and get a review out as fast as possible. Okay, so Action Comics came out. I didn't read that yet. What else did I get? Wonder Woman, Batman the Detective came out as well. And what was the other one that I got? That was the physical copy. Oh, Superman 78. So I'm gonna try to read those. Try to read those probably on the weekend. That might be a good time to get caught up with those. I know, and you know what's funny? Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, Tom Holland's not that great," and blah blah blah. But maybe it's the anticipation of seeing all 3 of the Spider-Men together. So I guess that was a really good move for the studio because it is sold the F out. Like it's like you can't get seats anywhere, and it's like all the theaters in my area. All the seats are gone. In fact, Steve, I don't think Steve's going to be coming in. Steve's not going to be joining Sean and I. He opted out because there's only one time left on Thursday that had seats, and Steve could not make that time. So it's just going to be Sean and I. This is crazy. I think people are they're just so pumped up to see the 3 Spider-Man together. I guess that it's just seeing all 3 of those actors together in one movie was enough for this ticket frenzy to go to go crazy. Yeah, so I've got to catch up on those books. What did come out though? I grabbed X-Force. I talked about Kill Shot, which I liked. Hawkeye Kate Bishop #1 came out. I'm about halfway through that comic. I'm not really digging it too much. It's sort of like, it kind of pissed me off in the first line because they're kind of explaining who Kate Bishop was, and then they said, "Oh, she's the best Hawkeye." I'm like, no, she's not. I like Kate Bishop, but she's not the best Hawkeye. Like, that's crazy talk, right? Okay. Was it Detective Comics I read? I read Flash, which Flash was not too bad this week. It was like a lot of breaking the fourth wall, which, I mean, I guess it it works sometimes. It worked okay in Flash. You had to kind of turn the comic at some point, so I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird, but it was all right. What else did we get? Oh, and Robin, we talked. Did we talk about Robin? I can't remember. That was an annual. I think that was good. Detective Comics, we talked about that. Hawkeye, yeah. So Batman, I didn't read. Detective Comics Annual came out. I didn't read that yet. Nightwing Annual came out. Robin Annual I did read. Joker Annual I didn't read. I read Marauders, New Mutants, Trala, Magneto. And I did not read Action, Wonder Woman, Batman the Detective, or Superman 78 yet. Jesus. there's so many books that came out, and I'm working on I've gotten back into Dungeons and Dragons, so I've been trying to write a couple of sessions for my buddies to do for, and we're doing basic D&D, the red box, if anybody knows D&D. I've never played that. I've always wanted to play the red box version. I started with 3rd edition and skipped 4th edition, and basically 3rd edition is what I played the most of. And then I got some 5th edition stuff, but I just didn't can't continue on with it. All right. So yeah, so that's the comic stuff that had come out. I watched Hawkeye, the three episodes of Hawkeye, and I really liked Hawkeye. I thought it was pretty good. I like Kate Bishop. I made a lot of notes saying, they respect the character at least. He is awesome in it. He's not being made to look like a goof, and Kate's not overshadowing him. She's like looking up to him and learning from him. So that was important to me. I don't like when they make one character or they make the main character like not that good in order to boost another character. I think that's where you start getting into these problems where people don't like any of this kind of stuff, and this is where you get the people saying, "Well, this is shit," and they don't like this character. So I think that's kind of where you get all of that stuff. Otherwise, I mean, it's definitely better than Loki. It's definitely better than what was the other one? What If? It's definitely better than What If. That was brutal. It's definitely better than what else came out. It's basically I still liked WandaVision, so we'll see how it compares to WandaVision when it's all said and done. It's hard because Falcon and Winter Soldier started out really good, and then it just kind of died, and I just couldn't get into it. It was just too brutal, but yeah. So other than that, I mean, I guess I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I mean, I want to see it. I'm gonna see how it goes. It's just I don't like multiverse stuff. I don't like Peter Parker being a different actor in every universe. If there's a multiverse, I want it to be the same person. Like that was my thing with Loki. If Loki is going to be a different actor in every universe, then what's the point of hiring any actor? Like, what's the point of Tom Hiddleston if Tom Hiddleston can be replaced by any other actor that they feel like using and calling him Loki? Because then it's not Loki. Like, you're not identifying Loki with an actor. It could just be anybody. I mean, it's neat when they get other Flashes and stuff like that. Like, they do it in Flash all the time. Sorry, I'm getting all these messages. I don't know what the hell's going on here. Yeah. So they're getting all these actors and stuff to be different versions of the character. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It's neat, I guess. It's neat to have all the Spider-Mans, but it's just not something that I'm really dying over. We got a little bit into a debate over the Spider-Verse movie where everyone was just kind of like really dying over it. I thought it was a good movie, but I wasn't like dying over it or thinking it was so good. Like it was fine. It was fine. The animation was kind of choppy when I saw it in the theater, so it didn't look that great to me. It was very colorful and bright, but the animation seemed a little weird, and I just couldn't get into it to the point where I say I love the movie. I thought it was fine. It was okay. But we're going to do some more ranking things. Sean has created a Star Wars tier maker thing. We had some people wanting to do Star Wars, so we got Star Wars on the go. He's done a Superman Villains one. I'm going to do a Star Trek one. I wouldn't mind doing something with James Bond either. So if you guys have any suggestions on tier maker, like what you guys want to see, check tiermaker.com, see if someone's created it, and then we can do a stream on it and have people come in and give their opinions and all that. Bond villains, yeah, we could do Bond villains. That's something to do. Tomorrow, I wanted to mention this tomorrow because I forgot. The Action Elite is back. So tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be on the Action Elite. The links to that channel are in my description. I'm going to be on that channel. We're going to be talking about Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold versus King Solomon's Mines. And this is the Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone Cannon films. I'm going to wear my Cannon shirt. I love those movies. I have the Alan Quatermain poster like right there. I remember the one thing that's irritating about those movies, they keep saying Quatermain as though that's his name, and that always pissed me off. Yeah, we're doing it tomorrow, dude. It's gonna be total jokes. All right, so Sean's here, so let's get Sean in here. How's it going?
So,
hey,
not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. So I don't know if you know, but Owen is bringing the Action Elite back for a live stream tomorrow night. And it's going to be me and him talking about Alan Quatermain versus King Solomon's Mines, the Cannon movies.
Okay.
So
yeah.
We're doing a versus. He did that. He's done a few.
Oh, the two movies. Yeah.
Yeah, just King Solomon's Mines versus Alan Quatermain and the Lost City of Gold.
Right. Okay.
So I've read King Solomon's Mines. Hey, Zach.
Well,
I've read King Solomon's Mines.
Yeah.
Like 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm about 2/3 of the way done with Alan Quatermain, which was the second book.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's the last in Quatermain's life.
Right.
Like in his chronological life, but it's the second book ever written.
Okay.
So I don't know. Have you read any of those or no?
No, I haven't. I'll get around to them. It's one of these like quick read things that like I'll
They're
do
free.
it, but yeah.
Well, it ain't a quick read. These old books are like dense.
Oh yeah, I thought they were like super quick, like a Tarzan or something.
No, well, my reading is garbage.
Oh, okay.
So it takes me forever to read stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not really sure. I don't know what. I can't tell on the iPad. They're all free. These are all public domain books.
Right.
I think most of the Tarzan books are public domain because I've got them all. I didn't pay. It's hard to tell because I'm reading it off iBooks.
Uh-huh.
And it adjusts for your it adjusts to the way you want, right? So like I have it like I don't know if you can tell, like see like that's my preferred view.
Okay.
So based on that, I'm on page 281 out of a 500-page book. But is it really 500 pages? I don't know because it's going by your screen, right?
Well, if it's 500 with that small of type, like and that many words on a page, then yeah, that's pretty big. Yeah.
So this is I'll try to show it to you better. So yeah, this is the way I'm reading it.
Right. Okay.
So it's 500 of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, iBooks and even Kindle has a lot of free stuff. Kindle might have it for like $1 or something. But iBooks has all of these things for free, and it's just like a one click, and you download it, and you're good. Right. They have every Tarzan, every Wizard of Oz, every H. Rider Haggard. So like She and all those other ones. She. I don't know, was that based on that? I don't think that was based on that.
No, it was based on that, yeah. But they twisted it around. It was like a post-apocalyptic version. Yeah, instead of like in the jungle. She.
I like She. hey, news coming out. Peter Jackson's Meet the Feebles and Dead Alive are coming to 4K, man.
Oh yeah, did you order the 4K of Hard Target?
I didn't see it for pre-order yet.
Oh,
is it on pre-order?
It must be because I subscribed to another YouTube channel, Serial at Midnight, and they have a preview copy right now. So it must be for.
I just checked yesterday. Let me check right now. Target 4K.
But like Meet the Feebles 4K.
Yeah, see, they don't have it on. It's not on .ca, so I can check .com.
Oh, .ca never had. .ca sucks. Amazon Canada sucks. Yeah.
Did you want Shang-Chi on Blu-ray or anything? I'm only asking you because it's sold out everywhere.
Oh, like, wow.
4K's gone. You can't order it here. So I bought a Blu-ray copy, but I didn't open it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to return it to Walmart because Steve got me the 4K.
Oh, okay.
So I can either return it to Walmart and get my $28 back or whatever it is, or if you want it, I can give it to you in payment for the movie ticket. Whatever you want, I can return it. It doesn't matter to me. I go to Walmart
Yeah,
all the
I'd
time.
say return. Like, I want the 4K, so I thought
Okay,
you could
so
just
yeah.
like mega get that anywhere because
No, the 4K is impossible. That's like completely gone everywhere.
that's
It's $100.
ridiculous.
It's $100 on
Why?
Amazon.
Why would that be?
You know what? I don't think the States, can someone maybe, if anyone's listening who's in the States, can you guys confirm, are you guys getting these Disney movies in 4K to purchase at your Walmarts or Targets?
Well, maybe they're not because they're promoting D plus. But the thing is, everyone has D plus. So
yeah, I don't know if anyone's, hey Andrew, let me know if in the States, Target or Walmart, if they are selling, like, for example, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, any of these movies on 4K, if you've seen them around. Because in Canada, they're here. But the thing is that I went, and Shang-Chi is completely gone. I was like, there's none left. They only had like
you
2 or
can
3.
get it on Amazon.ca for like $50.
Right, that's insane.
Yeah.
So Steve got me one. I called him, like, I was like, dude, you gotta see, like, because he was getting one for himself. I was like, dude, if they've got another one, get one, grab one for me.
Yeah, I hope they're not like limiting them to like promote Disney Plus or something.
I don't know. Well, normally I go. The problem is that I go to my Walmart at 7. Bless you. I go to Walmart at 7 a.m. in the morning. Okay, geez, COVID.
Done.
No. I go to Walmart at 7 in the morning, but they don't have the new movies out.
Oh.
So then I go on Wednesday, and it's all sold out.
Huh. Oh, what the hell?
So it was PS5, I think I found. Remember I told you there was that long line at Walmart? It was
PS5. Yeah, so there's a new shipment or something.
A new shipment had come in, and people were the line.
So I'm not in video games and stuff, but like I've heard about this saga for a while now, and like last Christmas you couldn't get one. So, and you still can't get one, right?
I don't know.
Holy crap.
So could not be, you're just saying Shang-Chi is on there. I'm not seeing Amazon. The 4K though on Amazon.com. By the way, if you see the ratings for a Blu-ray in the corner and it's like a circle, a blue or red circle, that's the UK version, and that will not play on legit players.
Yeah. Well, I know that. Were you telling me that, or
I'm not telling you that. I'm telling anybody who may not know. No, because he's saying
well
that it's
familiar with that now. Yeah.
He's saying .com has them, but Walmart.com has them. Okay, I didn't see Walmart.com. Will they ship to Canada though? Walmart.com.
Well, what about Walmart.ca?
No, they don't have it.
Why is everyone like Shang-Chi is great, but maybe people are like, I think, honest to God, I think Eternals made Shang-Chi look even better because people were screaming like, oh, like Marvel, it's the same thing, blah 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 blah, and then they got something different with Eternals, and it sucked, and people and Shang-Chi looked more attractive and fun, Like I've seen it twice now, and I'm like, this is awesome. I don't know what everyone's problem is.
I think the thing is that it's not so much that the formula was broken; it's that the movie sucks anyways. Like you could break a formula.
It's not appealing. It's not. And it's not even smart. Like it would be one thing if it were intellectual and you can dig into it, but it's not. It's shallow as hell. They're having sex, okay? Are they in love? Did you really show that? I don't know what's going on here, man.
All right, so could not be reached sent me a private message. Let's take a look here. Walmart.com. Yeah, Walmart.com seems to have the proper version for $30. So that's not too bad. It'll be like 40 something bucks, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so yeah, the plan today is we're just gonna keep it loose. I'm gonna get Steve's gonna be slightly late. I'll get his thoughts and then we'll open it up to everybody. Yeah. Did you finish Chucky? I want to talk about that really quickly.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So you saw the finale.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So this series, I don't know what people are saying about it. Like I haven't seen any reviews.
It's been greenlit.
Yeah, it's wicked, but it's what a fan would want because it's like it is dovetailing from the movies and even the straight to video movies that no one saw. You know,
Yeah,
like
because
I
Nika's a
remember,
straight to video character.
yeah, when they released those, people were like, oh, I remember they used to make those movies. Like they still make them, and the thing is, those movies were not straight to video quality. They were
They're
great, you
so
know,
good
they
quality.
were
Yeah.
awesome. And so, like, yeah, this is sort of like it's what people promise when they make like a series nowadays. Like it's a longer movie, right? So, and this was that, and it had everybody in it. It was great.
It was so good.
And I love the ending. I love even like his they have a little Crypt Keeper part at the end where he's like, oh, okay, so let's recap. And then he has to recap all his kills. He's like,
oh my God, wasn't that so funny? He's like, hey, guys, so you just watched Chucky. He's like, let me recap all the kills. He's like,
yeah, what's going to happen to those kids? Like, what's going to... Yeah.
I can't believe it. I'm like, this is the greatest thing
It's
ever.
the spirit of the franchise as well. Like they got the guy who's been doing this since the beginning.
Mancini.
Yeah, he made this show, and this is a great example of what happens when you do that. This is what we want, you know. It's like this is Chucky, not that weird remake. Like this is part of the real franchise, right? So
yeah, and then Tiffany still calls her Glenda, right?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, Glenda made me this thing or whatever." So they're acknowledging that, which is great. And then Tiffany appears doll Tiffany appears at the end. I love that Jennifer Tilly is still Tiffany in Jennifer Tilly's body, which is super funny. And then she's like she's like going to events as Jennifer Tilly.
So
in real Tiffany.
Life, in real life, Jennifer Tilly is on those poker tournaments.
Yeah,
and it always seemed really out of character, and now it's like you can say, oh, it's because.
It's because Tiffany, Tiffany is making her making her do it or whatever. Oh, Sean, you froze up on us, Sean. But yeah, just to continue on with Chucky, guys, if you're a fan of the Child's Play movies, you 100% have to watch this Chucky TV series. It is awesome. And you know what? It deals with teen issues better than shows that were made to deal with teen issues. Did you find that, Sean? He's still frozen? Or unless I'm frozen. Let me know if I'm frozen. Somebody's frozen here. Somebody needs to chill out. But yeah, I mean, for me, this Chucky series has been awesome, and literally. It's like this is exactly what the fans want. Sean is frozen. Yeah, I thought so.
Back.
Yeah. You're back. All right. No, I was gonna say like this is what the fans want. They want a Chucky series. They want Chucky to be a killer. He's a bastard. He's a complete asshole in this. He's not. They didn't tone this guy down. There's some pretty good violence, especially in the last few episodes. And I found, and I was saying this when you were frozen. Did you find that the teen drama and the teen issues like bullying and sexuality, I found that they were handled better in this show than shows that were produced to talk about sexuality.
Well, because they don't tone down the bullying and stuff, right? It's like these are things that people think, right? Like killing the other person, all that stuff. It's like it's the dark side of things, right? But yeah, no, it's because it's a horror thing, so they can get away with it. You know, like everyone's really mean and horrible. So,
well, I mean, I was pumped up for Lexi and them to team up. I like that big team up of those three. That was cool.
Yeah.
And Chucky's so funny. He had so many funny things in this, and like I don't know, his face looked really good in this series. I don't know.
Oh yeah. And all the I'm assuming it's still animatronics. There's probably some CGI in it, but it looks really good now. Like really good.
Like his face and everything. And when they chopped off his head, and she's like slicing his head off. He's like, bitch. And he's like, I don't like guns. It's like my kryptonite. He's like, fire. I'm not too good with that. He goes, and he's naming all the ways he died in all the other movies. He's like, and giant fans really pissed me off. And all that. Like,
yeah. When he's stalking underneath those seats, like that face is great. Like that they made for that. That's awesome.
And he's like stabbing. Yeah, he's like stabbing you in the theater through the seats. Now, was that Don Mancini kind of giving a little wink to say, we don't need the theater anymore? It's like, I took that.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what he's trying to say. Because I mean, I guess he's not going to push for another movie for a while if they're going to make a season 2 of this. Yeah,
I have not heard a lot of people talk. I don't know what they're talking about for Chucky. I think it's like awesome. I think it's really good.
Anytime I hear anyone say something about it on a YouTube video, they say it's good. So I guess that word will spread now. But
I'm hoping.
But the thing is, most people didn't see those other movies, so hopefully they will now.
You should, because they're really all good. And I really like Nika. I was like not happy with what happened in the end.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I was like not happy, and I remember I emailed you right away saying, "Oh my god, like this is bullshit. This thing at the end."
Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, that Don Mancini has guts, man. He's like, what? I'm gonna friggin' do what I gotta do to shock and entertain you, and I don't give a shit. Like, it's like I couldn't believe Junior, what happened there. He's just like, look, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make this a horror TV series. It's Chucky, it's nasty, and people are gonna get killed. And then not only that, he reminds you of everyone getting killed.
Yeah. It's funny how what time and maintenance of a franchise does for a property, because like I know Halloween was the first or whatever, but Jason and Freddy were the kings, right? They ruled horror in the 80s, and they're so mainstream. Yeah. And they've sort of like fumbled Jason, and now we know there are copyright issues there. Freddy, they fumbled, and I don't know why. They could have just made more sequels, really, because everyone knows Freddy. Well, now no one really knows. Like, kids won't know what that is. And Halloween, they kept chugging along. They didn't really care if something was out of continuity. It was just like more Mike Myers. More
Michael.
The Shape, right?
The Shape,
and Chucky, that kept chugging along. And now those two, like Michael Myers, has outlived the SNL Mike Myers in terms of popularity.
Yes.
And Freddy and Jason, and Chucky is now top of the heap as well. Chucky was always awesome, but he was never like as well known as like a Freddy or a Jason, right? And now Chucky is like, so Chucky and Michael Myers now are big, and that's only because those franchises kept moving. They kept making more content, and not just like chugging out just shovel stuff, but like they're making pretty good stuff that they're trying to, like, you don't like Seed of Chucky much, but it was fun and cool and unique.
I still like it. I still like Seed of Chucky. We saw that in the theater. I like it, but it's just slightly of the weaker. But really, I'm done doing that, because Chucky now. Chucky for me has transcended into Jason territory, where I just like everything now and I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
We can, for the purposes of a ranking, we have to rank it, right? So that's the only, but it's like Friday 13th, Nightmare. Nightmare is kind of not there for me. It's very close to being where I almost don't care and I just like everything.
Yeah.
There are some that I won't revisit really. Like I don't watch part 6 very often. Though I might watch it now. Maybe I'll warm up to it and just think it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But Freddy's Dead was that movie where everyone was like saying, wow, this is really kind of fun and neat. And I watched it. I'm like, and they pull him out of the dream and they beat him up.
Who said that? Like,
I won't name the names, but
yeah,
people who made movies with me back when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
They all went, and like their sisters and brothers all went, older brothers, sisters went. They're like, oh, it's so good and all that, because the 3D got them all.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, it was so cool. And I sat there and watched that movie. I'm like, yeah, but they pull Freddy out of the dream and they kill him. I'm like, yeah, but they tried that in part 1 and he was back.
There's nothing unique. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the whole Force Awakens, after Ghostbusters. It's like this idea that, oh, people have forgotten part 1. Let's just reuse that. It's like, well, I didn't forget.
Yeah.
I didn't forget the first one. It's like Freddy wasn't something that I remember watching. Chucky isn't. Remember when we watched Chucky 100 years ago? It's like, no, I watched Chucky just recently. Like
right. Well, it's that. Yeah. I mean, that's the way. See, that's like dovetailing into Motu Revelation. Like I just feel like Hollywood doesn't understand what fandom is. What they're aiming for is mainstream fandom, which is like, I remember this from 30 years ago and have never revisited it since. So any little small imagery or iconography from that will give me a nostalgic hit. Whereas I can name you the cast of Mask. I can, it's like I live that stuff myself. So I know I'm not the normal person that they're trying to get. So when they say we're doing this for the fans, I don't think you know what you're talking about.
No, you don't.
What you're really saying is we're doing this for people who were fans of this when they were kids and haven't revisited it since.
Right.
Here it is for you with the with the sort of disguise that it may or may not be adult, and it's not, right? So yeah, with Chucky, I'm just surprised that well, I'm not surprised that Don Mancini did this, but it's great that he did something that still came from the entire franchise, including the straight to video movies that came out just a few years ago, like I think within the past decade, unapologetically. Like it's like this dovetails from all this stuff, whether or not you saw it. I don't give a shit.
Right. It's like, oh, I didn't see who's Nika. I didn't see Kirsten Cult of Chucky. Yeah. Too bad. Like, go watch them. Mm-hmm. It's the age of the internet. You could download that in 2 seconds if you really want to watch them, and you should watch them because they're great. It's like, I didn't see Curse of Chucky. Who's Nika? Well, they explain it briefly. It doesn't matter. You get to know who she is in that show. Hey, Double C, thanks for popping in. Yeah, Sea of Chucky's good. I like Sea of Chucky's good. What about other? I mean, Friday the 13th. I think anything could work.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think it could work if you make it work.
If you make it work. But it takes Jason's more difficult because he doesn't talk. Right. He doesn't talk, and it's just a catalog of kills, so it fits a 90-minute feature, right? Freddy, I guess, but like if you humanize him too much, he sucks, right, Freddy?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
He's got to just like make wisecracks and kill people. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Texas Chainsaw, and they're redoing it again, for Christ's sakes. This is a series. God. This is the little engine that could, but just can't. Yeah. They're really trying their best, man. And it's like, I liked that Texas Chainsaw 3D movie. They tried to make Chainsaw, they tried to make him sympathetic, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Like, I'm like, okay, like, let's try this, and I thought it was cool. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I like all the Chainsaw movies except for Leatherface, where they have him as a kid and there's a big twist as to who Leatherface actually is. And it's the dumbest twist ever, because now that I told you there's a twist, you can tell me.
It's like, okay.
Okay, it's not the fat guy. Well, Leatherface is fat, so if it's not the fat guy, then it's this guy. And it was just so lame.
Yeah.
But hey, let's see. They're bringing it back. We'll see. I don't know. They're living off that first one. Like, they're still.
Oh yeah.
I think Don Mancini with Chucky is living off the character of Chucky, but not off the first movie. No. He's never repeated. The closest repeat was part 2. Yeah. Part 2 is the closest repeat, because it's Andy again with and they just rebooted the parents.
Yeah.
But they added the whole toy store thing at the end. That factory was cool. They added a whole new level of violence. He goes to the school, like they like there's different locations. Mm-hmm. Then part 3 is completely different because it's in that military base.
Yeah.
And then part 4 is the bride.
Yeah.
And then part 5 is having the kid and having it be set in Hollywood and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then Curse brings it back to like a one house, one location, little mystery kind of, and then there were none style movie.
Yeah.
Then Cult, you've got basically like the hospital, which everyone loves a hospital location.
Yeah.
And now you're into this TV series, which is like this, small town and like this, high school, because we never had a high school. We never had high school in Chucky, which is really neat.
Well, also they keep making more and more gimmicks that work, like Bride, like Steve, the multiplication and all that, right?
Right. Yeah, but and then the stipulation was that except for Nika, for some reason, it has to be a Chucky doll, so it has to be. He can do it in different good guy dolls. They're not doing it for the fans to try to get.
It's not working.
Yeah, I know. The problem is, look, okay. I had this argument with people on this He-Man thing, and it's great. If you love Revelations, that's awesome. Are you going to go buy all the discs like I have here? Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna get the autographs?
Right.
Are you gonna buy all the toys? I got the toys. I got the new toys. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna? Because the Revelations toys are not selling anywhere. Like I've now you can go to my Walmart and get everybody. It's like those Revelations toys. It's like, okay, now that you've watched Revelations and you think it's so great, are you going to buy it on Blu-ray and 4K? Are you going to buy the toys?
Yeah.
Are you going to go to the conventions? Are you going to go to PowerCon?
Uh-huh.
And get the voice actors of Revelations are never going to be at PowerCon.
Oh no, because they're stars.
They're stars.
Yeah,
they're never going to be in any of these cons. Are you going to go there? Are you going to chat with people? Are you going to go on message boards? Are you going to go on heman.org and sign up on the forum? I've been on that forum since like day one. Are you going to go on that forum? Are you going to talk about it? Are you going to buy the books? Are you going to pre-order stuff that comes up? No, you're not going to do any of that. So it's great that you love Revelations, and me, who have put money and time and love. It wasn't just a run-of-the-mill show. Oh, that was a great show. Why do people don't like it? I don't get it. They must be idiots. It's like, well, maybe they don't like it because they have more invested in the characters and this property than you do.
Yeah.
And that's, it's like people think, oh, I love Alien and Predator. It's like, well, do you really? Like, I bought if it has Alien on it, part 1, I bought it. I got the comic, that big comic that came out. It's like I bought all the reaction toys. I bought every little thing. I even bought those eggs. Remember, they came in like a carton. It's like random shit like that. It's like, what kind of a fan are you? Are you a fan who's really going to be hardcore? Or are you just going to watch it and be like, well, that was okay? Like, I've watched Criminal Minds. Yes, Criminal Minds. That's a good show.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a good show. It's a good show. Very enjoyable. Like the characters. We watched it. That's it. Yeah. I watched Musketeers, BBC Musketeers, and I bought all 3 seasons on Blu-ray in 1 second.
Yeah.
Right. I then researched, and that's why we play that role-playing game. We played the role-playing game of Musketeers. Yeah. Right. It's like I made the sashes for everybody. I literally, it's like I'm like, oh, this is the best. It's my ringtone. I have several alarms for each day. I have a different alarm to wake me up. Musketeers is one of the alarms. Like, that's more than just that was a cool show, and then I moved on with my life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. No, I know. But anyway, I hope they do a season 2.
They are. Chucky season 2 is announced.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, I'll totally watch it.
Oh, I'm so into I will definitely get this for sure. Yeah. Did you watch Hawkeye? Are you caught up on Hawkeye?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's kind of cool. I don't know what do you think.
They had the hand cameo, so everyone's like, "Oh, it's Kingpin." It might as well be. I mean, that is her origin, so I don't know. And if they're being coy about it, and it's not Kingpin, then well, that's gonna piss people off.
Oh, dude, if they do, that's gonna be like WandaVision all over again. With this, with the.
Well, no, but in WandaVision, they never hinted at Mephisto. People just said Mephisto online. But there's a big white guy that smushes her cheek and then it goes away. It's like, well, I don't know. Like, she's the adoptive daughter of Kingpin.
They haven't said it. Look,
you haven't said it yet.
Look, well, the X-Men rule. X-Men rule is when I see it, that's when it's happening.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Remember in the Warriors, where they're trying to get back to the big CI Coney Island.
Yeah,
and the guy and then I think it was Cowboy. He's like, "We made it." He's like, "No, not Cowboy. It was Snowball." I think he's like, "We made it." And then Swan's like, "When we get there, we've made it." Yeah. Like, that's right. That's right. You're
speaking of Warriors, I don't know what it is with these Marvel TV shows. They always reference Warriors, here and there. Like it was referenced in this episode.
Oh, what did they say?
It was they say come out to play or something like that. But they did it in I think it was season 1 of Luke Cage, and Luke Cage has to tell the audience that's what because like the main, I think it's like, is it who was the second villain? Pardon?
It was Cottonmouth, Diamondback, Bushmaster.
Diamondback. Yeah, so Diamondback is like, come out to play, yay, and then Luke Cage tells I can't remember what the woman's name was, the one with the bionic arm in the comics, Misty. he's like, oh, that's from Warriors. I'm like, yeah, no, I know that.
Hell yeah, we know it's from Warriors.
Yeah.
That's in my top 20, man. Yeah, I liked so this I'm really liking this Hawkeye. I'm biased on Hawkeye, of course, but I like that they did a little bit of poking fun at the costume, but it wasn't too bad. It was just a quick little.
Well, that character would never do that. And
Right,
he keeps saying, like, my job is to be a ghost. And the thing is that Hawkeye didn't have a job in the comics. Like, when he first appeared, like, he was a bad guy.
Yeah,
and then later on, when he joins the Avengers, he'll have an Avengers costume, right? So he wasn't like an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. At the time.
Yeah, I like the original Hawkeye. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That's the Hawkeye I love. That's the tattoo I have. That's like Hawkeye to me. Renner is sort of the Hawkeye kind of in name only, but whatever. The thing about this episode that was really good was like I like Kate Bishop. Look, if the fact of the matter is, I don't know how old Jeremy Renner is, 50 something, right, or whatever. I think he's like, look, I'm done. So now we're at this point now where, again, we're at the Robert Downey Jr. point. We're at the Chris Evans point. We're done. So what are we going to do from here? Now, when they said Falcon was going to take over as Captain America, I was actually okay with that in the sense that I like Anthony Mackie and I like Sam Wilson in these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they kind of shot on that character throughout his own series. They made him a goof. But I wasn't against that. Iron Man, Riri, we have to see what they do because in the comics, she's irritating as hell. Hawkeye becoming Kate Bishop, she was one of the few characters where I didn't mind her in the comics, but only because she was more into being Hawkeye, wearing the purple and having her little goggles and all that. And at this point in the comics, these newer comics, Hawkeye wasn't being the Hawkeye that I like, right? Like I want I want normal Hawkeye, the stuff behind me. So we didn't get that. So again, we're at this point where we either just don't get any more Hawkeye and it's over, or they pick someone new. So they can recast him. I'm always good for recasting. Or they can do Kate Bishop. Now, if they decide we're going to do Kate Bishop, they're doing it in the right way. She looks up to Hawkeye. She wants to be him. When he says, I've never inspired anybody, obviously he's inspired her.
Yeah.
I like that she's into the idea of having a cool costume because he is going to get the modern costume with the arrowhead pointing down. Yeah. He's getting that in this series because we've seen him with it. And they used a lot of cool arrows, and the trick arrows were not something we had really seen before. I think best arrow of all time was Pimtech hitting and then he hit the other arrow and made like a big one.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just that.
That's cool. Someone thought about
cool.
That. Yeah.
Somewhat right. Somebody. That's what all of this bullshit that I just talked for 5 minutes was leading down to somebody thought, how can we do Hawkeye and make it kind of cool?
Yeah.
It's like, and this is the same thing. Like, let's say the high ups, the Disney people are like, well, you better have a strong woman in this thing because it's the MCU now, and I want all these strong women. And it's like, okay, well, the writer doesn't have to make the female character garbage, right?
Well, she doesn't have to undermine everything,
right?
And then just be an avatar rather than a character,
right? So Kate Bishop is like, oh, I love Hawkeye. So it's all the parameters and it's all the check boxes that they want in Disney, but it's done better because the people care about Hawkeye. They're like, okay, well, what is Hawkeye? He uses arrows. It's like, well, he has to have trick arrows. Anytime someone's excited for stuff, I'm excited because if this is Kate Bishop's story, I need to be excited for Kate Bishop. And how am I going to do that? Because she's excited for Hawkeye. Ooh, I want a cool bow. Ooh, I want trick arrows. Ooh, I'm going to wear a costume. I'm going to do a purple costume. You should wear one too. We can both wear a costume.
Yeah.
That's how you get me excited for a character because she's excited for the character I already like.
Yeah, I think they did a good job too of showing his skills and why he's the best.
Yeah.
But also showing why she's really good too. Like they show him as soon as he gets the arrow, like the bow and arrow, then he's like mega like destroying guys, and even sets her free and and clips that guy's ear and everything. That's all great stuff. And later on when they're on the subway, he's like you're right, you are one of the best or whatever, and she's like, oh
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's good.
so it's not undermine like, oh, I'm better than you or whatever bullshit,
Right.
right? It's like they're both pumped up by this show and by that episode. I think they showed his skills and why he's the best archer of all time, and how that can be not stupid but awesome, better in this episode than they've ever done in the movies. So
Yes,
yeah,
I agree with you. I
yeah.
agree with you. That I don't know what happened. They cared about Hawkeye in this is the thing. Yeah, they
That's the
cared.
thing. You sit down and you think, how can we? Someone's applying their craft
Right.
of writing and imagination, to say, okay, how can we make him awesome? How can
Yeah.
we make her awesome? How can we have this relationship be not off-putting? And how
Right.
can we make her not off-putting? We're introducing a new character, and they've done it. And they've done all the things that, like, honestly, have been cliche in the past, but haven't been used for a good 20 years, so, and now it's fresh and new and cool in this, so
Yeah.
yeah,
I hope this goes over well. My problem is, and we're going to talk about Hawkeye versus Green Arrow in a second. My one disappointment is not in the show. My one disappointment is that I think you're going to get into this two camp, the two side debate again, where people are going to automatically hate it because they're like, oh, this is just replacing Hawkeye with Kate Bishop. This is shit. And I never get into these camps. And this is one of the things that pisses me off when people throw me into this as though I'm some newbie or don't know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
It's like, I don't get into any camps of any kind. I tell you my own opinion all the time.
mm-hmm.
And I'm not into any camp. I'm into the camp of what is going to be good that I will enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And I also live in the real world, right? Back to Shang-Chi for a second. In Shang-Chi, they can't do Fu Manchu. So they ruin the Mandarin.
Yeah.
Like
it's not the Mandarin, yeah.
Right. We can get into the details. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If that character is tarnished, they can't do Fu Manchu. So option A, never make Shang-Chi movie, period. Option B, make Shang-Chi movie, but we have to change it. Okay. Yeah. If you say we have to, and I said this in every video, if somebody out there is saying Shang-Chi was my favorite, Master of Kung Fu is my favorite comic book of all time, this movie is a piece of trash, it is not Shang-Chi, I'll be like, okay, buddy.
No, you win. That's
you win.
True.
It's true. You won, buddy. You got me. But I'm saying you either never have a Shang-Chi movie or you have this movie, and it's the best that they could have done with what they were playing with.
Yeah.
That's it.
The old Shang-Chi comics are so rooted in the 70s, though, that like when you read them, you have to root yourself in the 70s as well. It's
I do.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they use the C word a lot, and but the villains do. There's morality to it, and it's using imagery that people are familiar with at the time, which is the very colorful, Chinese garbs and Bruce Lee basically kung fu stuff, right? And Fu Manchu was still fairly popular at the time, so it's of its time. They tried to modernize it, and I think they did a good job. I know some would beg to disagree, but
yes, we know who would beg to disagree.
Yeah. The thing is, it's never going to be if you're looking for an adaptation of the comics, no, and I don't accept it as an adaptation of the comics.
Right. It's
as its own movie. Yeah, no, it's cool. It does all the things that you want it to. Like Aquafina is a screw up that does good at the end, and stuff like that, right? You want to see that, right? And it has the fun humor and stuff, and a surprise or two. Like, Wong is like pumped up in this. He's like, he looks bigger too. I don't know what happened. He looks like more muscular in this one.
You got Abomination in there for a minute or two.
That's with his blue trunks.
With the blue trunks.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know, like, I know. And I get labeled. I was on Truth's stream just chatting yesterday, and people were like, they're poking me a little bit. I'm like, guys, like, what's your problem? How come when I give a positive review to Shang-Chi, which I gave 8 out of 10, first I gave it 9 out of 10, then I brought myself down because
they don't care about that. It's Batman and stuff. They want you to,
or they want me to like all of that or whatever.
To give
which I do. I said Ben Affleck in the costume of Batman is the best visual representation of Batman for me personally. that I've seen in live action. He's my favorite, like, visual representation. He kills people, so it's not Batman. Okay. Hawkeye versus
he's
Green
not
Arrow.
written well, and in the well, I'll say this and we'll move on. But in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think he's kind of made worse. Like at that end battle, he's completely useless. He's in his Batwing or whatever the hell it is, he looks like he's sitting in a couch or something, and he screws up. He screws up. No, and he can't fire the missile into the thing and goes, "Oh, sorry guys," or whatever. It's like, this Batman sucked. What happened here?
He was much better.
Just needed a better script, and I know Ben Affleck wrote a better script, but we'll never see that. So, yeah,
but yeah, he was much more. He had more use in BVS, which was like a worse movie, but he was better. Like he was more badass in that.
BVS is one of the camp classics of all time. And
yeah, I gotta rewatch.
You can laugh at everything in that movie. It's craziness. It's lunacy.
I'm totally cool to rewatch all these now, just as like just products of what they are. This is gonna be like those other ones, 10 years from now, we'll look back and be like, oh, that was kind of a weird Batman, but it was kind of fun. Okay, Hawkeye versus Green Arrow. Ooh, this is tough. The thing is, Hawkeye and Green Arrow are both. Hawkeye is more of a childhood favorite. Then I got into Green Arrow later. My interpretation of Green Arrow was always that it was like longbow hunters, which always seemed more adult. Like Green Arrow was never on my radar at the right time. Okay, so let me explain that. When I was, do you get what I'm saying, Sean? Like,
yeah.
When I was a kid,
I'm surprised though.
No, when I was a kid and all that, I was pumped up for Hawkeye. He looked cool.
Oh yeah,
he's part of all that stuff, right? And then Green Arrow seemed like, oh, that was the adult comics. Like that was like too above my head. Huh. Then when I got to the point where it wasn't above my head, Green Arrow had been dead, right? And they relaunched with Kevin Smith writing Green Arrow.
Right.
And from that point on, I've read, I think, every Green Arrow comic there's ever been.
Yeah.
From Kevin Smith and on.
Well, yeah.
But Kevin Smith did a lot of the Kevin Smith isms, which is like sort of making fun of the thing and like
saying, hi, Ollie. Ironic distancing and
ironic. Yes, that's it. And it's like, oh, it's like, you're obviously Oliver Queen. I can tell by your goatee and stuff. It's like, you know what? Fuck off.
Like, yeah.
Right. Like it's like
you're a fan in disguise.
Right. You're right. Well, we know that got proven as a lie.
Oh yeah.
So that series I read and then I stopped because I'm like, this is kind of irritating. Then it started again. Then Green Arrow started again, and I read all of New 52. And then I don't remember if there's a Rebirth, but that comic is now canceled. Like whatever the latest one was, I'm going to check my iPad here. I may have archived these though, so they might not be on here anymore. Oh no, Green Arrow Rebirth. Yeah, I'm 14 behind on Green Arrow Rebirth. I just checked, but Green Arrow Rebirth has ended.
Yeah.
So
I Green Arrow, I was exposed to like Green Arrow stories at a very early age. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Sean.
And because he had backup stories in Detective Comics.
Yes.
And those were fun, cool. They were just fun. And to me, those aren't like the adult sophisticated stories of later. So to me, I always saw him as a cool, fun, colorful adventure character. And I don't know if I'm Mandelaing myself with this, but like because he was in Superpowers, I thought he was in Super Friends. I don't think he was much. I don't think he's in that at all. But
it's definitely Superpowers because I have the Superpowers toy of that, and I love that toy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the toy is awesome, and the quiver and everything is great.
It's super good.
But yeah, I was more familiar with Green Arrow than I was with Hawkeye at a very early age, and then when I got into Avengers in mid to late 80s and started reading older issues, I liked Hawkeye too. But to me, Green Arrow was always he's the first, right? So
it's a bit based on Green Archer. Which do you have that serial, Sean? Green Archer?
No, I don't. No.
Oh, it's great.
I always thought he was basically Robin Hood.
Green Archer is Robin Hood. But the Green Archer, I'm pretty sure predates. I'm looking at my I have one Green Arrow statue and one Green Arrow Funko. And for Hawkeye, I've got one Funko. And I've got one I'm trying to see who I gave more money to.
Yeah. But to me, you're familiar with those showcase shorts, right? That the DC Animation made, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they made, and most of them are pretty cool. But they made a Green Arrow one, which to me was vintage, classic, like definitive Green Arrow, where it's like it's just like a fun short story where he's thrown into the fray, and he's in like he's in an airport saving like a princess or whatever from these assassins. And then that's it. It's just adventure and action and just like fun action gags and stuff. That was like the old backup stories that were in Detective Comics for me. And I don't know if maybe they were basing it on that era. That was the best Green Arrow for me. The Arrow show I never got into because in the beginning it was one of those shows that was embarrassed to be a superhero show.
Right.
And then slowly they got into it, and they eventually called them Green Arrow. And I was like, well, it's too little too late. I'm not going to watch 4 seasons now up to this point.
Right.
And now it lasted another, how was it, 10 seasons, some crazy thing? Well, I'll get it eventually. But to me, it's not really Green Arrow. Green Arrow is that showcase short.
Right.
And Green Arrow in the Justice League Unlimited show.
Oh yeah, he's great in that.
Yeah. He's wicked in that. I always quote him in that one scene where the government is shooting missiles at the watchtower in space, and Wonder Woman's like, "Why are they launching missiles at us?" And like she's genuinely surprised. And Green Arrow's like, as the only one in the room with no powers, I gotta say, you guys scare me. And it's like, you guys are the kind of guys that I marched against in university, right? And then Wonder Woman's like, so what are you saying, that we shouldn't do this at all? We shouldn't be superheroes? And he's like, yes. And then they're all shocked. He's like, no, I don't know. I
actually remember this one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Green Arrow was in it once on Super Friends. I can't remember that.
Yeah, once.
I gotta
it's like Plastic Man was in there once, and then he went on to his own show. Yeah.
So I do have Steve. I met Stephen Amell. I have his autograph on a Green Arrow picture, but I do have a Hawkeye tattoo. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Hawkeye for me is slightly edges him out. But Hawkeye was part of a team and the leader of my favorite team. And Green Arrow I always saw as a solo guy who I thought was cool on his own. So it's really weird, right? I love Green Arrow and Brave and the Bold, though, the cartoon.
Yes, he's cool.
He's the greatest in that. Steve, Hawkeye versus Green Arrow. Who do you think?
Oh, for me,
I guess there's who you like better. Yeah. I like Hawkeye maybe slightly more, but I like them both. Who would win? I don't know, because I think they're both equal. So you just go with the guy you like. You just go with you. I usually in that when I'm faced with two people, I usually just say the guy who came first. So I would say Green Arrow, because Green Arrow was there from like day one. Hawkeye's like what, 70s or something, or late 60s maybe. I've got the first appearance of Hawkeye. But that's Tales of Suspense, so that's pretty old, but it's not as old as Green Arrow,
like mid 60s.
Yeah. All right, so Steve, what were your thoughts? Hawkeye versus Green Arrow.
Oh, it's always been Green Arrow for me. When I saw Green Arrow, when I first saw Green Arrow, he was with Green Lantern. And I'm like, Green Arrow with Green Lantern? That's awesome. Like the green guys are all together. Like Hawkeye, I only saw as part of teams growing up. So he never really stood out other than he was an archer, where Green Arrow had a character for me. Right. Hawkeye he just didn't get the like the panel time that Green Arrow got. So he never stood out to me. I loved his costume. I loved the purple domino, like the purple mask.
Yeah.
Which of course this one, she drew what I think his costume was, and he's like, it was okay, I guess, for reasons why he didn't want to do it. At least it was better than him just mocking it.
Yeah, we said that earlier. It's like
his
shit, character.
Kirby shit. Oh, like
Like his character is the ultimate shield agent Hawkeye, so he wouldn't wear that, right? No. But he gets the modern costume in this show with the arrowhead. Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, no. So Green Arrow was always to me number one. That's the character, but I grew up, it was funny. I didn't differentiate between DC and Arrow. I mean Marvel. But I just seem to watch DC stuff more and read DC stuff more. And it wasn't just like Batman. It was the other guys. It was Green Lantern. It was Superman. Like that was it. Like Marvel to me was Hulk and Spiderman and the rest. Like I never paid attention to the rest of the Marvel roster. Captain America a little bit, Nightcrawler, but that's it. Like I didn't really care about anyone else. Where the DC guys, I really understood. Oh, Green Lantern's with Green Arrow, and Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman are all together. You know what I mean? And Aquaman's there. Like Super Friends taught me a lot.
Yeah, don't underestimate the power of Super Friends.
Yeah.
That formed. And
yeah.
There's still like Big Bang Theory, like what 6-7 years ago, is still talking about Aquaman only talks to fish and all that. I'm like, guys, that is Super Friends thinking. Like Aquaman has changed so drastically in this time, but like that created an impact that people are still feeling right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. So for me, it was Green Arrow just because that's who I gravitated to first. Hawkeye was cool, but I just saw him as part of teams like West Coast Avengers or whatever team he happened to be part of. I never even knew he had his own solo comic. So
it's like they did Solo Avengers, which is just, he had a mini. Everyone has a mini series, so that's not really a thing. Once he lost his I guess this is sort of weird. Once he lost his costume, he sort of lost me. I did buy on digital every Hawkeye series there is. I have every series that I purchased, but I didn't read them. People kept telling me, you got to read this Hawkeye. It's so great, so great. And, I picked it up and I was all excited. I turned the page and I'm like, oh, it's just that Arrowhead Hawkeye. It's not the Hawkeye.
Yeah.
The problem is I'm still a kid, right? Like, I want guys to look like a cool guy. So later on, like Green Arrow, I told you, from the Kevin Smith relaunch, and I had those issues. I don't know if I still have them. I may have given them away or sold them. But I never missed. I canceled the Kevin Smith one because firstly, it took forever. In typical Kevin Smith fashion, it took forever for issues to come out.
Doesn't really care. Yeah.
He doesn't really care. But New 52 and on, I've not missed. I'm 14 behind on the last run, but it got canceled. If a new Green Arrow series started tomorrow, I would get it.
Yeah.
I just got Kate Bishop #1, which came out last week. I read half of it and I'm like, right? Like, so Green Arrow for me is, I guess, better now. But if you're asking me in my prime of everything, then Hawkeye. But Green Arrow, I guess, is winning right now. But the TV show is bringing Hawkeye kind of back. So
yeah. So do you think they're gonna do the whole swordsman Hawkeye origin? I mean, they're about to meet. So
they're about to meet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know, because they never said anything about Hawkeye's origin in the movies, right?
But I think they want to keep it that way. I don't think this is going to divulge.
They never said anything about his past, really. So
yeah, and they've gone really hard. Like
do everything you want.
Yeah, like they've gone really hard about keeping it that way. The dynamic between Kate Bishop and him is Kate Bishop wants to know more and he doesn't want to divulge it. They have 3 episodes to do that. I don't see that happening. So no, I don't see it happening.
Did you like this? What is this, 3rd episode?
Yeah, I did. I mean, it was good. I'm starting to get lost about why Hawkeye's still around.
Yeah.
Because it's like tracksuit, like he was captured by the tracksuit mafia. They got away. I'm like, okay, and like fix the hearing aid, which was weird to me, but I don't understand how hearing problems work. I'm glad at least the hearing problem led to a problem. Which is not
unlike Eternals, where
Eternals, where
this show was actually about deaf people and like what the struggles are, and it played a part in the story that made you feel certain things for certain characters.
Yeah,
like when Hawkeye lost his hearing aid, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah,
right. When that girl didn't, like, she has a disability, but she overcame that. She has 2 disabilities, so check your 2 boxes for that one.
Yeah.
She has 2 disabilities, and she can't come. Like Echo comes, gets over that, and she's pumped up for it. And I like how she's saying, "Oh, you think you're cool with that hearing aid? Maybe you don't need it and stuff." That was cool too. Like it played a part in the story, unlike the lazy ass Eternals, where they just randomly assign, "Oh yeah, she's deaf. Oh, how's that going to play a part in the story? Oh, it won't. We're just saying she's deaf."
It's representation for the sake of representation,
right? Not a storyline.
So I don't really I don't understand. I don't know how hearing loss works. So I don't know, losing it in one ear, why he wouldn't be able to hear that well out of either ear, but I don't understand how it works. So I'm not going to pick that apart. It's just, it was weird to me that like when his son's like, Daddy, you gotta get home. You got to fix the hearing aid. I was sort of like, why is he still hanging around? I don't mind he's hanging around. Yeah. I just didn't really understand why. But like that whole thing at the start, they really did a good job of pumping up Echo. The fight between them was awesome. They showed a lot of trick arrows, which is really cool. Yeah. I really love the dynamic between Kate Bishop and him. It works so well. I overall enjoyed the episode, and I don't have many complaints. So
yeah, we I think we both like. I mean, Pimtech. There's the famous cover of him shooting Ant-Man on the tip of an arrow. That's like a super famous cover. Yeah. So they kind of. They kind of did it a little bit in Civil War. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of like a little bit of a callback, but not an exact replica callback like other movies do. And enlarging the arrow was just the damn best. Oh, yeah. That was cool. We were talking like how like Kate is excited for stuff. She's like, "Ooh, I want a costume. Ooh, I want a trick arrow. Ooh, not only am I going to have a costume, I want you to have a costume." It's like, it's like I'm like, tips on how to get your audience pumped up for a new character, right? Like make her love the character she was emulating. Check. Yeah. Make her excited about stuff. She wants to be a hero. She wants to get a costume. She wants to have cool arrows. She wants to help people, right? Yeah. Like all of these things, for further examples of how not to do that, see Captain Marvel, right? Or like, or Falcon, all these other lame things where it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. It's like when someone's not excited to be there. Yeah. That's a kill. Like, look, I'm not going to bag on Tegan. She's great in Doctor Who, but she was like, oh, I don't want to be here. It's like, why are you bringing, every time she spoke, she brought it down, right? Yeah. It's like, I just want to go home.
James Bond. That was Daniel Craig and James Bond. He brought it down.
All the Bond movies, yeah.
I don't want to be James
but you're Bond. I paid money to see you. Like, yeah.
Hey, I don't want to be James Bond. It's like, oh, okay. Then what are we watching?
Well, should I just leave then, or yeah?
Yeah, and it's funny too because I don't think people are really understanding why they like or dislike something. And I think Sean said this the other day. It's trendy, It's like, oh yeah, it's trendy to think this No Time to Die was a great film and it was very powerful and emotional. It's like I felt zero emotion except for boredom. It sucks. The ending is dumb and it doesn't make any sense. And I don't understand how any Bond fan would think that was good. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand. It's very trendy. It's like, like why?
Well, it's Ghostbusters Afterlife. They're like, I felt so good seeing the guys together. I'm like, have you not seen the movie since '84 when it came out? Like, that's what DVD, home video, watch on television, see it at a friend's place. Like why? Like, it's great to see the guys. I hate to say this, but they're old men now. It's kind of like Bill Murray looks tired. The only guy who doesn't look actually really bad is Winston. Winston looks great still. Yeah. Hey, everyone else looks like ass. Yeah. Hey, Truth.
Yeah, they did. You pull these. Where'd you dig up that old fossil, right?
Well, it just gets me mad at Bill Murray for like basically. Like dragging his feet on a Ghostbusters 3 for decades, right? Yeah. And now he looks like a melted candle. Thanks.
Well, I didn't have anything ready for that one, Sean. Hold on, where's my? I didn't have any of my little icons. Boom, man! Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, man. That was great.
That was our super attack on Bill Murray, man. He's never, man. Well, Bill Murray's never going to thumbs up this stream.
He needs to be knocked down a few pegs, man. He's too full of himself.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, like Hawkeye is really, really winning for me right now. Chucky did you finish Chucky before we? Because
I haven't finished Chucky. I got to the prior episode where they have 100 Chucky dolls in the living room.
Oh my God! Okay.
And they all turn their head, and I'm like, my God, like this is just like pick a worse situation you can find yourself in, and this is still worse than that.
Well, okay, the finale of Chucky is absolute crazy insanity beyond anything. Like you're just like, oh, okay. The ending, Steve's gonna not be happy. You're not gonna be happy with something, dude, but you know what? Don Mancini is not taking any prisoners. He's not look, this show is not about
I know exactly what you're saying now. Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
It is what it is. Like that's going to be disappointing, but at the same time, I think
it's not super disappointing. The person is still around. Right. But yeah, Don Mancini's not making a baby TV series. He's making a grown-up show for horror movie fans who want to see carnage. I will say this is not a spoiler. Make sure you watch I know you always watch everything.
Yeah.
But you got to watch all of the last episode because Chucky's literally sitting in a robe next to a fireplace at the very end. And it's like talking to the camera. He's like, oh, you just enjoyed Chucky. And he's like, he goes, I thought it was great. He's like, let's see how many kills I did. And then he literally tells you every kill and starts keeping track. And he gives you the kill count at the end. I'm like, I can't, because somebody's going to be a nerd and do the kill count. He did it for you. And Jimmy, he's like, well, that was a good one. And he's like rating the kills and all. He goes, let's not forget just the stabbings. And and I'm like, I can't believe this is the ending of this show. It's so funny. Just him sitting there like all relaxed with the big fireplace and the big smoking jacket. And we're counting the big kills of the season. I'm like, I can't. Can you imagine that happening in Friday 13th or something? Like it's like Jason someone's like,
but even he's teasing and he's like, what's gonna happen to the kids now? What's gonna happen to that truck full of Chuckies? Yeah. And then it cuts away, and I'm like, oh, I guess that he was teasing the next thing.
He's teasing the next thing. It's like so random. Oh, I gotta upgrade my Chucky. My Chucky's not bad, but I want to get like the full proper to scale one, the clean one. I like clean.
A clean
Chucky.
one, yeah.
I like the clean Chuckies.
Did they not sell good guy dolls? I thought they did recently.
I don't know.
NECA or someone.
Oh God, I hope it's not NECA. But I
know it'll fall apart in your hands.
There's not been one NECA toy that hasn't broken upon me opening it.
I don't bother with them any. They make some fun stuff, and I'm not gonna get it.
And they're like, well, you gotta be careful, as though I'm not careful.
You're kidding me? They're toy. Like, it's like make
toys.
them. Why can Hasbro or like Trendmasters make something better than you?
I mean, look at the Chucky in the show. Junior kills his father by bludgeoning him with a Chucky doll.
Yeah, Chucky was used as a weapon. I've never seen that before. That's super good. Yeah, they use Chucky as a weapon.
Like he's a big. Obviously, he's got some like heft to him. Like you don't get killed with like someone beating you with a feather duster. So like, what the hell?
Yeah, he's well. It's weird with Chucky. NECA and Super 7 are terrible. Yeah, Super 7. Like some of the I got their He-Man toys, the classics, where they took over because they did all the movie He-Man figures, and they're pretty good. Super 7 is a coin toss. NECA is a guarantee. NECA is a guarantee shit fest. I opened up Predator, immediately the disc broke. I opened up an Alien from part 1, the Xenomorph Alien from part 1, the big one. Arm broke off. I'm like, really? Is this like for real? Are you guys for real? I just moved it because I have like a giant egg. Yeah. I got the toy where it's like an egg.
Yeah.
And the spider, like the face hugger is there, and you put it on the thing and you push him down. And then if you press the button, he pops out of the egg.
That's awesome.
Right? So I put the Xenomorph over top, like protecting the egg. So it came like this. So I moved the arm up, snap. I'm like, what? I just moved it up. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. It snapped. Right. I'm like, and it was like $60 or something. So I glued it now with super glue. And when I moved into this room, it broke off again because I touched it. You can't even dust it. You have to literally just leave it there and just hope to God no one walks by and knocks it over. I've had shit fall from the toppest of shelves and they're fine.
Yeah.
Like I got He-Man figures. Like it's like I just yesterday, my Thundar the Barbarian figures domino affected the entire goddamn row. I don't know what happened.
Fucking Thundar.
Thundar took out Christar or Christar, Zangief,
Fucking don't
Beachhead.
fuck with Thundar, man.
And everyone's fine, right? Because none of them are from NECA, thank God.
It's like NECA goes out of their way to make their stuff fragile. It's like, quick, let's spend an extra few $100s to make it more fragile. Like, what are you doing?
That's terrible, man.
How can you make something so crappy?
Yeah, quality was down, but it was the only way I could get. I gotta get Karg and God Skeletor, man, the real God Skeletor. Why? Like, okay, so let's beat
Like
up
the golden
Revelation.
Skeletor. Yeah.
Let's beat Revelations up a bit more.
Okay.
Why? God, you got so excited for that. Why?
Sean sat right up.
Further evidence that Kevin Smith doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
You're going to make Skeletor get all the power, and he's going to become a god. He's going to become the power. Why wouldn't you do the gold movie outfit? Which everyone, I don't care who you are, thought that looked cool. My wife, I showed her He-Man twice. She's seen it twice. And she's like, wow, that Skeletor looks really cool.
Yeah.
That gold Skeletor has to be in the top 10 best movie. Like, he's like up there with like a Darth Vader, Boba Fett,
because it was a movie. They wouldn't do it justice in an animated version. They did other movie references, like Blade's in there, and
Blade's in there,
and the discs that they fly on
is
in there too. But that's in everything. That was in a 2000X as well.
Yeah, they could have done God Skeletor as the gold armor,
the real one. Yeah, I don't like this God Skeletor. I don't care how much these figures will jump in price. There's like 20 of them at my Walmart. It's like. No one cares. I'm not gonna pick one up. I just don't respect this show enough. I don't care how much money I'm missing out on. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Bandai's
good.
Oh
Bandai. That's like my entire. These three shelves here are like the Bandai shelves. It's like Power Rangers, Godzilla.
Right? Yeah.
What's it called? Thingy. I watched 100 Monsters. Yokai.
I like it. I like the ceremony itself. I mean, I would like to see just a movie of that with like 100 ghost stories or whatever, or like a series.
Did you? Yeah, I know that is awesome. That they should do that. But did you see they gave you the new movie in that pack?
Yeah, the Kashi Mike.
Kashi, I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, it's the 4 movies. Yeah. No, it's a good pack, man. It's cool.
Here,
in the past, you had to scrounge to get like 1 or 2 of them. There was never really. I think there's a DVD pack, but that was super rare.
No, this was like super.
So this is great. Yeah, this is awesome. And like, listen, like they cleaned it up. It looks amazing. It looks
great.
Like the second one is always everyone thinks it's the best one, right?
That's the one that he remade.
Yeah, and he remade that basically. He didn't tell anyone that. He called it something else. Like, hey, it's a remake of Spook Warfare.
Well, he removed the it's got like a subtitle or something. He removed one of the titles and just called it that.
Oh yeah,
like the war or whatever. Like I forgot what it's called, Monster War or something or whatever.
Yokai War or something. The Great Yokai War, I think.
So he just called it Yokai War or something or whatever. Like it. But I watched a documentary on the whole yokai thing, and actually after we watched it, my wife went and read the guy who sort of made that popular again in manga. She started reading his.
She's reading those, that's great.
They're really neat.
Yeah, I saw that documentary too. Stories. Yeah, the documentary is awesome because like it really puts things into context. I was like, Pokemon is kind of this, right? And
Hello.
Oh, sorry,
hey guys.
Change my angles here. All right, so Pineapple. Hey, Pineapple. Hey, Andrew. Okay, hold on. Before you talk, Pineapple, I want to ask Andrew. Andrew, did you get your Spider-Man tickets, buddy? They sold out like crazy hotcakes at my place.
No, I did not.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't even know if I was.
Oh my God, it was so hard. Okay, so Sean, Steve, Sean, and I were like, I got the app. So as soon as tickets go on sale, I'm in there, and I was refreshing the app. Then I went online. I had it on my computer and my app.
Yeah.
At the same time, and tickets were literally like selling out. I'm like, fuck, it's not loading fast enough. So I was like, they're selling out. So Sean's like, okay, I'm getting on there. So Sean's on there now on his app and thing. And we're like, we have to, because the thing is, if we don't get opening night tickets, we can't talk about it I want to stream about it and stuff and talk about it, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, when I was thinking of getting the tickets, I was like, should I go see this movie or should I not?
You know what my secret weapon was? I wasn't on the app on my phone. And when I tried to go on my browser on my laptop, it crashed. I went on my browser on my phone, and it was fine.
Oh,
it was fine.
God.
It was. I was able to get in and
Man.
see everything. I was like, "What's this crashing shit everyone's talking about?" So yeah, my browser on my phone was
I
fine.
guess you were different.
Okay, so like Safari or whatever.
It was
Chrome on your, Chrome
Well,
on your
it
phone?
was Chrome on my Android. So
Okay.
Okay, I'm using Chrome.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's the tip. Well, I mean, this has never happened before with me.
Yeah.
I've always gotten tickets for us opening night, first showing. So Steve can't make it on that time. So Sean and I will see it, and then we'll do I'll do a non-spoiler review, of course.
Yeah.
And then
I might like maybe wait to see what people think if it's really good or bad.
Well, I can tell you how much Tobey's in it if that's going to be a factor for you, and then we can go.
Okay,
from there.
maybe that could work.
And I'll just say, oh, he's in it a lot, so you should see it.
he's not in it.
He's not.
Spoilers.
Well, and he's not. And look, he's not going to die and all that other crap they're talking about. That's not happening.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean,
that's not going to happen. I can almost
agree.
guarantee that that's not going to happen.
I know a certain someone next to me would love if he died.
Who's that?
Snyder Claus.
Oh, Snyder Claus. Why? Hold on, Snyder Claus.
Yep.
We're going to get to you in a second. Hold on. Pineapple really wanted to come on. So how's it going, Pineapple? Thanks for dropping in. Oh, he's gone. That was so funny. He wanted to come in. There you go. Pineapple. What happened, dude?
I don't know. I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my ticket soon too, because you heard about the fight that was going on in some city because
I heard
this guy got some new tickets.
fighting at a
Yeah.
marketplace to get tickets.
Yeah,
What happened?
and they're scalping
People
tickets
were
for like
fighting,
$25,000.
actually brawling.
What?
People were fighting, actually brawling out in the streets just to get tickets.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
25K scalping tickets for
Yeah.
Spiderman.
Yeah,
Yep, that's how
like
big this movie
it's
is.
on Amazon or something.
Oh my God.
Well, I officially have not seen any Marvel movies in the theater this year. Might will not see the last one in the theater. I'll wait. Unfortunately, J-Man and Sean have sort of been like my advance crew to let me know. They saved me from Eternals. We'll see about this one.
Yeah, that was brutal. But this will probably be a little bit of a mess, but it'll probably be a fun movie, right? Because
I think it'll be a fun mess.
Yeah, it'll be a fun mess.
But the thing
right?
is, it's a throwback to Batman and Robin, Batman Forever type of stuff. So, which
Colorful
killed the
craziness.
industry. So,
I mean, here's the thing.
I don't think it's
If
gonna be that
movie
shit.
didn't fail. Here's the thing: if that movie didn't fail, we would have gotten the Nolan trilogy.
That is
well, no,
true.
I always say Batman and Robin is one of the most important movies of all time because it gave us our modern day superhero movies.
Right.
Yeah.
But
It
if you
gave
want to
us-
go back
gave
to
us
that
King Tobey.
formula, the whole thing is that it sucks so bad that it killed the Batman movies for years. So,
Right. So you got to be
Yeah,
careful.
I mean,
You
think
don't wanna
about it.
kill.
When you look at the time gap, 1997 to 2005.
8 years.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
yeah.
Okay, so
I mean-
Pineapple, what's going on, dude?
I'm good.
Good.
I was gonna say, and if go by that, I would say the Adam West Batman kind of helped along the Burton trilogy. I would say sequel.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, Adam West, I could go on and on about the importance of that. The
That's
main
super
thing to take
important.
away from that, you guys take this for granted. Before that show, it wasn't really fashionable or popular or even something that people thought of to put villains from the comics in a show or movie for a superhero.
Well, I mean,
Like Superman went a whole 6 seasons in the 50s with no villains from the comics.
Yeah, no Ultra Human Knight.
Yeah,
no
and
Luthor.
there was a 60s cartoon of Superman which had no villains from the comics. They had one episode with Brainiac and that was it. And,
wait,
and,
but
and
didn't those Kirk Allen serials have Lex Luthor?
No.
yeah, once, and they
I
didn't
don't
call him
remember
Lex Luthor. but But here's the thing, like that. Yeah, Lex Luthor is a basic guy,
So was
but
that supposed
his
to be Lex
rogues
Luthor, Sean?
gallery.
Because I didn't know that.
Pardon?
Well, yeah, I mean, he
Is
had
that
the
supposed to
bald
be Lex
head.
Luthor? Because I didn't know that was Lex Luthor.
Here, let me see. if I
Adam
can- see if I
Man
can
is
find
Lex Luthor.
Oh, I did not pick up on that.
But the thing is, his rogues gallery wasn't there, and it wasn't really a popular thing to
it. Here, let me
do.
show you a picture of him.
And so, like, Batman set that trend, and that's why you have villains in every movie and every show
All right,
nowadays
here it is.
because of Adam West.
Where'd you go?
All right, see the bald guy?
Oh, yeah.
That's Lex Luthor.
No, that's Lex Luthor. That's Lyle Talbot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to go up against Kirk Allen. And he wore this costume here, calling himself Adam Man.
Yeah. God, I haven't watched that in like 100 years, but I have it, of course. Okay. So, so the Batman TV series made villains popular. That was the
Yeah,
thing.
and wasn't with the 60s series that no one wanted to put Batman on the big screen for like 3 decades?
Christopher Nolan?
No.
Sorry,
After the Adam West series, no one wanted to put Batman
no
on the
one.
big screen for 3 decades until Tim Burton came along.
Well, Superman, the important things is Adam West is important because that made everything super popular and it made Batman popular. And then Superman, the movie, showed that you could do a serious movie and have actual proper.
Yeah, you'll believe a man can fly.
Right, to actually make a guy look like he's flying and like a serious movie with big actors. And then that was
Christopher Reeve, Margot Kidder, Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando,
even what's his name? Sean.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Sean's internet.
He's got the KFC internet.
yeah.
Well, I think too.
Him and True shared the same internet.
Oh, does Truth's internet go down? No, it doesn't go down.
It kept going down.
When? Last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it's true too. It's tough to say though how long properties stay in turnaround. Like we got the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man in 2002.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
But Spider-Man was in work since the 90s.
Yeah,
I remember that.
James Cameron was going to direct it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember talking about that on we were playing baseball, and we were like, oh, what do you got? Hold on, let's see pineapple. Let's see that again. I'll put you on solo.
That's the.
Wait, what was that?
That's
Was
the
that Bombast?
Oh, Bombast.
That's the Jack Kirby.
That's my
comic from
second.
the
Yeah,
That's Jack Kirby. You can
it's my
tell.
second Secret City. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I have a
Nice.
Satan
Yeah.
6.
I also got
Oh,
Sin
Sin
City.
City.
got extended. Came with the very first graphic novel, The Hard Goodbye.
Yeah.
And here's the cover of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Marc
that's the
from,
that's the limited
oh,
one, right? I've
yeah.
got that one.
Yeah.
And that's where every story
Yeah.
is. It's not just one continuous movie. It's
Right.
just 4 stories or 5
I kept that
stories.
even when I upgraded. I kept that one because it's like that's the only version I ever saw it in.
That's the only. Yeah, you're right. That's the only. Yeah, that's weird. Did everyone
Yeah.
like Sin City? I liked Sin City Pineapple.
The one in 2005?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame they waited too long to do the sequel. That's the only thing I gotta say.
Right. I mean, you got like Bruce Willis, Jessica Alba.
Yeah, it was all right. I like both movies. They're both cool. I like
I mean,
that
they
style.
did-
I like the spirit. I know the spirit wasn't the spirit.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you have Sam Jackson be the octopus?
Yeah.
but yeah, the spirit wasn't. That movie really kind of wasn't the spirit, but it was kind of the spirit. Like that was a
It was
weird
in the
movie.
spirit of the spirit.
It was in the spirit of the spirit, but it
Yeah.
wasn't the spirit. Like that. Did we know each other, Sean, when the spirit came out?
We saw
Yeah,
it.
it was in
You saw it
2008.
together?
Yeah,
It was in 2008.
Yeah, I really liked it, but it's kind of not the spirit. So
it's not
weird.
the spirit. That's why I
That-
didn't
that-
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie was one of J-Man's infamous fighting with the audience movies.
Oh, did I fight on that one?
You literally kicked a person almost out of his seat. in
Oh,
front of
that
you.
was the spirit. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, because they
Wait,
okay,
what happened?
Okay, so you guys like look. Don't. The thing is, if you piss me off in the movie theaters, you're gonna have a problem. So there's these people in front of me. We're watching the spirit, and people in front of me had their cell phone on, and they had the cell phone on for like a long time. And it was on and on. I'm like,
This is really bright.
It's really bright, right in my face, right in front of me. So I kicked the person's chair, and they kind of almost
Ooh.
fell out of the seat. I kicked the back of their chair, and I
Damn.
was like, "Are you kidding me with your phone right now?" And they got out, and they got up and left the theater. I'm like, "All right, see ya." It's like, get out
Oh,
of here.
you're like good riddance.
Yeah, no, I'm an ass in theaters, but I don't do it anymore just because ever since the Dark Knight Rises shooting, I thought, you know what, there might be someone crazier out there, so I don't want to.
Oh, don't remind me of that day.
So I'm like, I
God,
better
yeah.
not mess with people. But I've had some good matches with people. What is he saying?
What's the matter? Toilets are always
funny.
Yes, the
Apparently
toilet.
that-
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
Bad
realized
internet?
that Pineapple got the profile of the '90s Ninja Turtles movie. I do like that movie.
Oh, I love the '90s Ninja Turtles movie.
Well, a fellow checker, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I know all the lines. I know. I saw that. Oh God, I don't know how many times I've seen that movie. But not only that, I remember I went to the theater, and I was actually in Taekwondo at that time, and my Taekwondo class went to see. I think I saw that movie like 3 or 4 times in the theater because I went on my own. And then my Taekwondo class, we went after class to go see it as a group together. We went and watched Ninja Turtles, and then and then I saw it again with I was bugging my other buddy to go see it. I can't remember if I ended up seeing it or not a third time.
I was just thinking, this was the first live action movie, and right when they first encountered the Shredder, they get their asses kicked.
Yeah, that was awesome because
Yeah.
Shredder was the whole point. Shredder was badass in that.
And
movie.
then he falls into a garbage truck.
And he goes, "Whoops!" And
And then he becomes Super Shredder and buries himself alive.
that was
Diesel.
Kevin Nash
Yeah.
as Super Shredder.
Kevin
Nash.
Nash.
And then you had the third movie where they went to Japan.
What do
That
you
was
guys,
the third one.
do you guys like Ninja Turtles 2 and 3? What is everyone? Okay, let's go.
I do like Secrets of the Ooze, but I don't like the third one.
You don't like the third one? How come you don't like the third one?
It's not what I'm used to because you have like the turtles in ancient Japan, none of the famous villains. You got to do with a birdcage.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Steve, did you like the other 2 Ninja Turtles movies?
So first time I saw the second one, I liked it actually more than the first one. I don't know
Oh,
why.
wow.
I mean,
I'm
wasn't
really pumped up
Toka
for it.
and, I mean, wasn't Toka and Razar supposed to be Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah,
There's a whole thing about that. That's
Yeah.
like a whole, we could
But
stream
I was
that.
disappointed it wasn't them, but I still thought it was awesome for some reason. I was really into
And
it.
they gave us the Go Ninja, Go.
Yeah. But then
Yeah,
the third one I
that's
never
cool.
saw. The
that's
only time
good.
I've ever
Good,
seen
man.
it is the Angry Video Game Nerd did a review.
Oh, I love that video. He like chops it in half.
That's the only
Yes.
time I ever saw it.
I saw them all in the theater, man. All 3.
In 1993, in the night,
I had them all on VHS. I look. I like all 3. 2 and 3
There's
are
one
definitely
movie.
weaker.
There's one good movie I would like to see in theaters, and that's the Jim Carrey movie, The Mask.
Oh, I saw that in the theater.
Yeah,
we
I
all
saw
saw
it in the
that in the theater.
Smoking.
I saw it twice in the theater.
Yeah, wow.
Love that movie.
Cameron Diaz in that movie was
Oh,
the
God,
greatest.
That was
Crazy,
actually her first movie, her first big movie.
Yeah, it was her first movie, yeah.
Like we were mesmerized. Like we were at the
And-
perfect age for that. We're just like,
Yep.
This girl is the greatest girl we've ever seen in our
Yeah,
lives.
he even got Jim Carrey starstruck.
I mean, that
Jim Carrey, yeah.
role was made for Jim Carrey. Just
yeah,
like
somebody stop me.
completely ridiculous. Like that scene where he ran up to the woman and she screamed and he just kissed her, and I'm like, this is
He's like,
ridiculousness.
But you told me to freeze.
Yeah,
But that's not
like,
the
where's
best
my money?
comic.
I like the
and I glad I tell ya.
I like-
What are you gonna do?
I like the where's my money? He's like, okay. He's like, you got $4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird because that wasn't the comics, eh? Now I didn't
No.
know
No.
the Mask
No, I was
comics.
gonna say that it's like
It's
it's
not-
very Tex Avery and very like Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
which is great. But that's
Yeah.
not the comic.
It's not
No.
the comics.
And if
The
it
comics
were the
Yeah,
comic, no one would
very
like
dark.
that movie. Yeah,
Yeah, the comics were dark and creepy and weird
Yeah.
and bloody,
yeah.
and it just wasn't. I never read the comics. That's one of
Yeah.
those ones where I never read the comics. So, because look, he's getting Loki's mask.
Yeah.
Loki is mischief. He's not a good guy, despite
yeah.
what the TV series.
I
wants
read
you to
one
think.
and I didn't like it because it wasn't the movie. And when I
Isn't that
grew up,
funny?
when I grew older, I was like, well, that is the comic, though. It's like they just made it something else for the movie, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
so funny. Yeah, you're like, it's the reverse. You saw the movie first, then you read the comic, and you're like, well, this comic
Yeah,
isn't very
and-
good.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
And after The Mask came out, they were gonna make a sequel with Jim Carrey, but we ultimately got Son of the Mask.
Huh.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Son of the Mask was not great.
It's terrible, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I never knew about. I didn't see Turtles 4. I didn't know there was going to be a Turtles 4.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the next mutation takes a lot of like
Yeah,
elements from part 4 that they never used, right? So yeah.
Right. Well, I liked all 3 Ninja Turtles movies, but
They're
the first
better
one's
than the
obviously
Michael Bay
the best.
ones.
Even Michael Bay.
No, those.
Those
I
are
When
like
he says
Michael-
Turtle movies, he means the old
mean the
real
real
ones.
Ninja Turtles.
I grew up on the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle movies. So
Oh no! I
You
feel
grew.
sorry
Well,
for you.
that
I feel
was
sorry
child
for you.
abuse. I feel bad for you.
Yeah,
Nah.
I feel bad for you.
I asked my parents to take me.
Well,
Yeah,
I own those movies, but they're quite awful.
Okay, Snyder Claus, you need to watch those '90s live action.
I have.
Oh
And I like them, but not as much as I would like
my
other
God, you have
Ninja
bad
Turtle
taste.
stuff.
You have bad taste.
Coming
No, I
from the
don't know
guy
what
who
the
keeps
Fantastic
switching
Four-
sides, all right?
Switching sides. What the hell?
Also, Toby's trash.
Fuck you, man.
why would you say that? But
Fuck
you
you,
know,
man.
Snyder, you realize that all of us, except for you, like you're in the minority on that. Everyone here loves Toby, so like
Yeah,
Andrew
my
Garfield's
peeps,
better.
my peeps.
no,
Okay, kick him out.
Yes.
Kick him out. Kick him out.
I'm not going to kick someone out for their opinion, but
I'm
I
joking.
can just disagree with it. But no,
Old man Toby.
We like Andrew Garfield.
Screw you. Can you shut up already? Go
Andrew
ahead.
Garfield was a product of some bad writing, not
I
bad.
don't even want to talk about this.
Nah, the bad writing was because of Sony. All right.
Yeah, but that's not Andrew Garfield's fault. But unfortunately, I have to judge the movie I watch. I can't judge the movie that could have been. This is what I think happens a lot of times with people. They judge the movie that it could have been and not the movie you watched. It's like, look, I know it's unfortunate that he had some bad writers and Sony kind of dropped the ball, but I have to judge what I watched. I can't pretend that, this is the perfect version.
Okay,
Maybe if the writing was better, and maybe Andrew Garfield could have been an amazing, in a few amazing movies. To no pun intended.
Okay, let me give you.
But it is what it is.
I rewatched those movies recently, and to me,
Mhm.
they're okay. They're good, but not great. They're not on par as like the Raimi films or Spider-Verse, but they're good.
I rewatched the second one. Gotta say it's the best. It keeps on getting better and better every time I watch it. So
yeah, and you like trash movies.
Yeah, Marcus, I just looked at the casting from 4chan. It looks like fan casting to me. That they're not doing that. It's like Seth Rogen as Ben Grimm,
Marcus,
like Kristen Bell as Sue Storm, who's too old now. Yeah.
Who? Kristen Bell? Oh, Kristen Bell? No way. Yeah, she's old. She's too old.
Glenn Howard Turn. I don't know. For Reed Richards, I saw what he looks like. Sure. Chase Stokes as Johnny Storm. He looks like Johnny Storm in his fire form. but that's fan casting. And they're all white. I don't believe this movie's gonna look like the way you want it to look like.
Sean, are you telling me they're gonna get their clipboard out and check their box?
Don't give me ideas.
Of course.
That has never happened in the history. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Disney doesn't do that, Sean. What are you talking
What
about?
are you talking about?
Oh yeah, they don't take notes. They don't read fan casting.
Oh my god.
Hey, J-Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Behind you, your Dolph Lundgren autograph.
Yeah, so that's the real Dolph Lundgren autograph is actually sealed up. All my autographs that are on display are just like scans of the real autograph, because the real autograph you shouldn't keep it in light.
I can tell that him as He-Man was your favorite role of his.
I like Punisher as well. Both of those are really good. But
I mean, he didn't wear the skull. He didn't wear the skull. I mean, Dolph Lundgren didn't wear the skull.
But he was badass and kicked the crap out of everybody.
Well, did you know they re-released Rocky IV?
Yeah, I watched that. Oh, we never talked about that. I mean, so Sean,
I didn't see it because I downloaded the thing you said that you can download, and no, I can't.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh shit! Am I the only one who saw it?
Yeah.
I'm the only. Oh,
I've seen it.
Oh, you saw it? What did
Where
you like
can
it?
you find it?
I thought it was good, man. It's still the same movie, but with just some different added in different scenes.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they took out 40 minutes and added a new 40 minutes.
And they made Ivan Drago talk more.
Yeah,
that's cool.
He's definitely.
Right?
I liked it. it's
Yeah.
look, you can't Rocky. You know what I want? I want someone to put all of it together.
All the Rocky movies?
I knew you were gonna
No,
say
no, no, no.
that.
I'm saying no. But the part 4, take all the stuff that you cut out, add it in with the stuff that you added in, and make it like a 2.5 hour Rocky 4 movie. That'd be
Oh, that reminds me.
The
I
ultimate
read
cut,
somewhere.
yeah.
I
Ultimate
read somewhere
Superman
that
ultimate
when
cut.
during a scene where they were doing the boxing match, apparently like Dolph Lundgren punched Stallone, Sylvester in the gut. He had to go to the hospital.
I had to go to the hospital, yeah, because Dolph Lundgren is like
He's like a giant.
He's a giant, and he was in the Olympics and stuff like that. Like he's like a legit athlete. And Stallone was
I
like,
heard
"Hey,
that.
let's go a few rounds." It's like Dolph Lundgren. Remember when they said whatever he hits, he destroys? That's almost accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I read that when he was going to the audition, they asked how tall he was, and then they were like, "Nope."
Yeah.
Well, Stallone is a shorty. Like
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren is.
Don't talk smack about Stallone. He's my favorite action. Action star
Arnold
from
is
back
better.
then.
We would never talk smack about Stallone.
Yeah, I love
we-
Rocky.
But
Oh,
he's
Rambo.
not tall.
I've literally seen every Stallone movie that I could possibly see in the theater, and I own 90% of his movies. There's a few I don't.
Okay,
I even
you've
own
seen all his
Oscar.
movies.
Did
You've
you
seen all his
Did you
movies.
like
Tell
Rambo
me.
5?
Okay, so here's the official opinion on Rambo 5. I think it's a very, very good movie, but it's not Rambo.
Ooh.
Rambo or Rocky?
Rambo
Rambo.
5.
Rambo
Wait,
5.
is that Last Blood? That came
Yeah,
out
Last
today?
Blood.
Last Blood?
Last
Yeah,
Blood.
Yeah. I think it's an awesome movie. We saw it in the theater, all of us together. We all liked it. We thought it was great. But it's not Rambo. And it
Why?
should be.
Because he doesn't have a headband?
And the long hair, and he's not in the trenches.
He's
I don't know, it's just
old.
weird. It's just weird. But it's a good movie. Like
So, let me
if
ask
it
you
wasn't
this.
called Rambo, if it was just called something else, I'd be way more
Well,
into it. But it was
let
still
me ask you
good.
this, Jay, man. If you've seen all of Stallone's movies, what do you think of the one movie he did where he says this? I am the law.
You know,
Judge
Judge,
Dredd.
I saw Judge
Trash.
Dredd in the theater.
Trash.
I saw that.
Oh,
in the
let me
theater.
guess. You like Carl Urban more.
Yes.
I do like the Carl Urban one better, but I saw the Clobberin Times, and we actually had a good talk about that. But the Judge Dredd movie with Stallone, I think visually it looks wicked, and it looks like the comics visually, but
Except
some of the stuff was a little
Don't
bit
keep
weird.
the damn helmet on.
I know you didn't keep the helmet on,
Yeah,
but
dude.
when I saw that in the theater, I loved it. I was like, "This is a fun, great action movie." And then I read the comics, and then I kind of thought, "Oh, this isn't really the comics." But
But here's the
okay,
thing,
so hold on,
when
I've missed a bunch of comments here. Hold on.
But here's
Seth
the thing.
Rogen.
When you heard Stallone say, I am the law, did it sound weird?
I mean, I thought it was like cool. I'm the law, you know. Yeah, that's what,
Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Pineapple's
I don't
asking
know
for our
who
top
that
5
person is.
Stallone movies.
Top 5 Stallone movies.
Ooh, I have a good one.
I mean, I like Cliffhanger. Okay, so obviously, the Rockies and Rambos. Can you count those as one each? I like
Yeah.
Demolition Man. I like Cliffhanger. I like Daylight. I know people weren't as into
What
that
about
one,
like
but
Copland? I know he was in that.
Copland is pretty good. I saw that in the theater for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what's
list would
going on
have,
with
like,
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, my list would have like the first Rocky, Rambo.
I agree with
First
that.
Blood. You'd have Demolition Man.
What else? Escape Plan was really good.
Oh yeah, that's a cool.
Wait, he was with Arnold in that. He was
Yeah,
with Arnold?
that's good. What
Yeah, I
about
mentioned
Cobra?
Expendables.
Oh yeah, Cobra. You're the disease. I'm the cure.
Lockup was quite good.
Oh, Lockup is good too, man.
What else was there?
Yeah, Cobra too, man. Stallone has a lot of good movies.
Let me look
That's
up
hard.
Stallone's biography.
There's a lot. We should do a tier thing for Stallone movies.
Stallone
Yes.
movies, yeah.
We should also
Guys,
do Arnold.
let's do-
We should do Arnold too.
Yeah. Oh, let's
Oh,
do
Arnold.
those.
Hey,
guys.
if we do Arnold, I'm putting Jingle All the Way at the very top. There's no way you can
Whoa,
argue with that.
what?
Jingle All the Way is a masterpiece.
Whoa,
Jingle All the Way is a masterpiece. Get Out. There's no way you can argue with that. It's
Yeah,
a
we
Christmas
can argue with
classic.
Okay, hold on. Time out.
Put the
I
cookie
don't-
down now.
Oh!
That's my favorite one right there.
Okay, I just looked up Sly's biography. He was also in The Expendables.
Oh yeah, the Expendables are good.
Those are all good
I'm looking forward for the new fourth one.
for sure. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
let's
the one doing
Tango and
next year.
Cash is awesome too. Okay, so guys,
Stallone.
okay, we're gonna do Stallone for sure. We're gonna do Schwarzenegger. Let's
Sweet.
do those.
Jingle all the way at the very
Good.
top.
Stop.
If we
Shut
can't
up,
find
man.
good ones,
Shut
we'll
up.
just
And
make one.
Nighthawks too. Yeah.
Nighthawks, yeah.
Penguin
Yeah,
Cash?
I was thinking of that one.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. So we're gonna do that for sure.
Mhm.
Sean did the Superman villains, and he also did Star Wars. As Snyder Claus, you asked for Star Wars. Sean did a Star Wars. one,
Wait,
so we do that.
Star Wars movies?
everything,
movies and shows.
everything, shows and movies.
What about video games?
No, I didn't include
Jesus.
that.
I don't
Hey,
know. We
don't
don't know
oversell
video
it.
games. We're never gonna do video games because we don't know.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
we-
I only play.
So-
When should we do the whole movie list thing?
I don't know. We gotta think of. We gotta.
Hey, if you want, I'm gonna be doing my tier list ranking stream very soon.
For
when are
what?
you doing that, Andrew?
For anything, we can do anything.
we gotta pick something.
Do I have you? Am I subscribed to you? Do you know?
I don't
Andrew?
think I'm subscribed to him because I don't know how to search for his thing.
Just look for the Tobey Maguire picture.
Why don't you
It's
put?
not out.
Wow, that-
Andrew,
that
why don't you
definitely
put it in
helps.
How do you
private
search
chat?
Tobey Maguire picture?
No,
Andrew, hold on.
Yeah.
Andrew.
You know what, hold
Andrew,
on. I'll
put
give
the
you my.
link in
I'll
the
give you
chat.
the link to my channel.
Put in a private chat.
Put in the private chat.
I will.
Put it
I
in the
will.
thing.
I will. All right, like yeah.
Because I don't see where I can find. Or,
All
I
right,
don't-
and
Ooh,
boom.
I have a good tier list.
all right, hold on.
Best. We should do a tier list on every Star Wars on every lightsaber fight in every Star Wars movie.
That'll
That's
take
hard.
days.
That'll be really hard.
That'll be really hard, man.
I already
Okay,
know
so
what
you
number
want me to
one
post your
shit
link
is.
in the chat, Andrew,
If
for
you
everybody
want
else?
to.
Yeah, I'll put it in. Why not?
I put the link in the chat. 'Cause basically, I'm just gonna rank or do tier.
Okay,
list
so
of
this is
anything.
Andrew's channel, guys. I put it in the live
Yeah,
stream.
basically tonight I'm just gonna do tier list of like anything.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, there's so many lightsaber, like that's impossible. But no, we're gonna do the Star Wars. We're doing Stallone and Arnie. That's 100%. We're doing that for sure. That's gonna-
Terminator 2 Judgment Day is definitely gonna be at the top.
Well, that's a
Not-
god tier movie.
Yeah,
obviously.
alongside Jingle All the Way.
Oh, okay.
just as a spoiler,
Okay.
Jingle All the Way is not going to be at the top.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Stream, dude.
Spoiler alert! It is. I'm not gonna.
Are you obsessed with that movie?
Yes, it's my favorite
Did you
Christmas
buy
movie.
the toy? I saw it at Walmart.
Did you buy the Turbo Man?
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah, they
Yeah, they have a big one at
released it, yeah.
Walmart right now. It just came out.
Like it
Oh.
looks like the packaging from the movie.
It's the
I'm
exact
definitely gonna
one
have
from
to
the-
buy that.
Yeah, Snyder Claus. Because I like Jingle All the Way, but no, honestly, Snyder Claus. They honestly have it. I saw it at Walmart just
Yep.
like a last
I'm lazy, so I might just get it off of like some website like Amazon or something.
Turbo
Yeah,
Man.
order it. It looks cool. And actually, my wife was like, she's like, "Oh shit, that's that Jingle." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I don't know if I took a picture." I was like, "I should see."
Oh,
if
I
should
forgot about
get it."
Commando. Love
Oh, Commando.
Yeah, Commando is awesome. Was that
Hercules in New York, the
Oh.
villain.
Oh,
what
thanks,
else?
Sean,
Like-
for describing.
Oh, thanks, Pineapple. Yeah. Okay. So I don't want to start. Okay, we've got like 4 now on the go. So that's good enough for now.
What
Let's
about the first
continue.
Terminator? Put that up top.
Oh, of course, that's God tier. So I'll have to come up with the tiers for that. And get to the chopper. That might be one of the.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Get to the Chaba, yeah.
Get to the chopper.
In fact, for movies that are terrible, make it one of his every time he swore.
Oh, wait a second. How can we say top Schwarzeneggers and not mention Total Recall?
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
that's
Because
one of
there's
the
so
best
many
movies.
awesome movies. That's
Yeah,
why.
but Total Recall is
You
one of
blew
the
my
best films ever.
cover.
You blew my cover. Yeah, that's it.
As a child,
See you
as a
at the party,
child,
Richter has to be a tier.
Yeah,
See you at
welcome
the
to the
party.
party, Richter. I see you at the party, Richter.
Yeah.
yo, can I admit something about Total Recon?
What?
As a
Recon?
child,
Recon.
as a child, my favorite movie was the reboot, and I regret
Oh
that
my
decision.
God.
I regret it.
Yeah, you should regret it. That's
Yeah,
that's
you
bad
need to
movie.
watch the Arnold movie. It's better.
I have.
Yeah, he's watched it.
I wanted divorce.
Yeah,
What, the
consider
what?
that the divorce. Consider that the
Oh,
divorce.
it's considered a divorce.
Sharon Stone. I used to have so many Sharon Stone movies. I had like some really weird ones that nobody cares about, like really weird. Like well, tomorrow we're talking
You
about
got a
Sharon
lot of nerds
Stone's
showing your face around here.
King
Hauser.
Solomon's Mines.
Yep.
and Alan
Well,
Quatermain.
Yo,
That's
I got a
tomorrow.
tier list. I got a tier list.
Oh, what?
A tier list of action stars. 90, like 70, 80s, and 90s action
Well,
stars.
that's gonna be
Ooh.
easy
Well,
because
G-Man, you
Ar-
can make that one.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be easy because
That's
Arnold,
easy.
Sly, and Bruce Willis are at the top.
I think you'd have to invite the Action Week guy there.
We'd have to get everybody in on that one to
Yeah.
do like a super thing.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause if
so
we were
tomorrow
doing
I'm going to be on Actually talking about King Solomon's Mines versus Alan Quatermain.
Yeah, if we did action stars, Arnold, Sly, and Bruce Willis would be at the top.
I like Van Damme a lot. I've got a lot of his movies.
Bloodsport is my favorite from him.
Chuck
Yeah.
Norris.
Bloodsport. That's
Chuck
been
Norris.
Diesel.
Or would you
What?
include Chinese?
Wait,
stars, too?
wait. Hold on a minute.
Oh wait,
What
hold
did
on.
you say,
Wait,
Andrew?
Hold on.
Bloodsport is Van Damme.
Oh, okay. I forgot. My
His
bad.
best movie, and also it's based off of a true story.
Yeah, it's not true.
I know.
It's
He
not
made it
true.
up.
Yeah, him and Frank Dukes. There's a whole. You could watch document. You should check if you're
I
interested.
love the whole like Frank Dukes thing. I've seen
Yeah.
videos about it. He
Yeah,
faked
okay.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Me. I was gonna say.
I
you should
love
check
it so much.
Yeah, I've watched every video on that, man. The Kumites and like it's all bullshit and everything.
Yeah, when he said, "Oh, it's based on a true story," I'm like, "What?"
Well, yeah, come on. That's why they call this thing Bloodsport, kid.
Oh, Raw Deal. I forgot about that movie.
Oh, that's a great movie too, man. Yeah,
Red
Raw
Heat?
Deal. Red Heat is.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
funny.
wasn't that where Arnold was a Russian dude?
Yes.
with,
Yeah.
John
I haven't
Belushi?
seen that.
With Jim
It's pretty
Belushi.
good.
Oh, that was
Belushi
it.
in there. Yeah, there's some good stuff, right? Like there's a
Kindergarten Cop.
lot. I
Oh,
love
Yeah, that was
Twins with Danny DeVito.
Twins.
That was all right.
yes.
And
Running
of course,
Man.
Junior.
Oh, the
when
Running
he's
Man.
pregnant.
Running Man.
Oh yeah, the Running Man.
Running Man that's near the top. For
I
me.
remember where he's like, "Hello, cutie pie."
I love how
So-
Hey,
So
18,
Junior
but I
is
grew
at
up
the
on these
bottom,
movies.
right? Are we deciding this now?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Junior's on the bottom, obviously.
Yeah.
That's a bullshit movie.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
but
just
that
gotta
creepy
say this.
Arnold
I love how I'm like 18, but I grew up on this shit. Like, like I should have been born in like the 80s or 90s.
You should have been. You would have been more. You would have been right in there with all.
You would
this
have been
stuff.
part of history.
This
Running
is.
Man has-
We're all passing through history, but this is.
history.
I watch anime. Yes, I am waiting for my Neon Genesis Evangelion collector's edition, which I paid $200 for. My God.
Jesus Christ.
But the thing is,
That,
it's
yeah,
like,
even Jesus didn't pay that much for it.
you know what the
When
problem
you-
though? The problem is that the Netflix Neon Genesis did not have the original subs and dubs.
Mm.
So I actually have right here. I bought the
Hey, wait
I
a
didn't
minute,
open it yet because I'm going to I might return it.
Last
For
Action
my
Hero.
manga collection's behind there. So I have for right now my manga
Oh, yeah.
collection, I have every Lone Wolf, I have every Ultimate Muscle, I have every Sailor Moon, I have every Basilisk, Dragon
Death
Ball,
Note.
Dragon Ball Z. I have every issue of what's the other ones I have? Did I say Death Note? Yes. Death Note. I've got Basilisk, which is great. My wife has the first volume of almost everything that's come out, and she's watched she's watched and read everything.
I have some recommendations for you, J-Man.
Go for manga and anime. Yeah, go ahead.
For anime, Sword Art Online,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know about that. I've got all of that.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I've seen. My wife has read everything from My Hero up to this latest chapter. I've seen the first 2 seasons. I'm like a season or something behind.
I don't read manga. I basically just watch anime.
Okay, so it's basically the same. They're usually the same thing. They're very Basilisk
Oh.
is sick.
Yeah,
Also, I'm lazy,
that's
so I
what we
basically just watch it off of YouTube. I basically just watch people's like reposts of the animes.
Well, you can.
On
Do you
YouTube.
have Netflix or no? Because it's.
I do, but they don't have some of the animes that I've been looking for.
Ah,
Like they added in Toradora, which is a good one, and I have been waiting for. So now I can just watch that since no one's able to post that on YouTube anymore.
so check this out. Ugh. Here's
Kill la Kill.
This is
yes.
gonna be hard. This is gonna be hard to see, but I've got.
Oh,
her,
Kill la Kill, yes.
I've got her sword as a keychain.
I love Kill la Kill so much.
For Jujutsu Kaisen, my wife, I believe, has read everything. My wife's reading probably like 30 or 40 manga a month for chapter wise, so she's caught up on One Piece and My Hero and Jujutsu Kaisen, and she's doing JoJo's Bizarre Adventures as well. For me, I like the old school stuff. Like I liked Blam, I like Lone Wolf and Cub. That's my Lone Wolf and Cub's like my favorite, probably. I've got all of that. The Dark Horse versions, not the originals, of course. Which one's this one? Kirin Satsuki. I don't know.
Oh, those are the people from
Is that the
from
names?
Kill la Kill. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's coming back. Yeah. I mean, I liked everybody in that. I don't remember all the names. I'm like, because remember, I'm also reading 30 or 40 American comic books every month, so it's hard for me to remember.
Oh shit! I just realized my account might be deleted
On what?
on YouTube because I brought up how I basically am a cheapskate and basically just watch animes that are re-uploaded by people on YouTube.
Well, some of them are on Netflix, but yeah, if you like Evangelion, there's the collector's edition, which is sold out now, so you can't get that. But it came out in Walmart, so if you're okay with the this one just came out. It's still sealed. I kept the bill and everything. This one just came out, so this is the Netflix redub and resub. So it doesn't have "Fly Me to the Moon" on it, but neither does the collector's edition. So it is what it is. Most of my anime are not in this room; they're in the living room because my wife likes it as well. So the stuff that's in this room is mostly stuff that only I like and that she doesn't like as much. So otherwise, it's all my living room has like, I don't know, probably like a couple thousand movies that are just like the stuff that we both like. Yeah, Blue Armor, long hair. Yeah. I've got some cool. You can't see it though. I've got some cool collectibles though, like for like Ghost in the Shell is one of my favorites. So I've got like stuff.
What did you think of the live action remake starring Scarlett Johansson?
I thought it was a very oversimplified version, but I don't think it was as bad as everybody was making it out to be. They're saying it was really bad, but I actually thought it was kind of enjoyable. And I think if you didn't read or see the anime, for me, I didn't read it. My wife has read it, but I watched the original anime like a long time back, and I loved it. I actually took a course. Check this out. There was a course in university that I took, which was Japanese culture. So they talked about short stories. I have every Alita Battle Angel original release manga, Marcus. So I took a Japanese course, and we did anime and film and manga and TV and all that. So I actually did a presentation on Akira, which was great. Like it's like I'd watched that when it came out, and when this anime was coming out, I remember paying. There's an anime called Project Echo, and I paid $40 per VHS tape to get Project Echo, and I couldn't even bring myself to sell it. I kept the VHS tapes because I'm like, F that, I'm not selling these. But now Project Echo is coming out on Blu-ray. I've got the set, and I even have the soundtrack to that, but now it's coming out proper Blu-ray, so I'm going to pre-order that sucker. Cowboy Bebop, I have in my cart. Cowboy Bebop was a real fail. I had the complete thing. I had all of the manga, and I sold it. I didn't realize it was all of it because it's only like 2 or 3 volumes or something.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen the anime, but I'm liking the the Netflix version.
I didn't watch the Netflix one because everyone says it wasn't very good. Yeah, the Netflix version. So the anime is in my cart in Amazon.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah. So Pineapple, have you seen the anime or no? Were you saying? Oh yeah. So okay, is the anime worth getting? Because it's in my cart right now. I can order it anytime. I'm about to pull the trigger on ordering it, but I kept stopping because I never saw Cowboy Bebop when I was like growing up or whatever. You guys like? Did anyone like Attack? I guess everyone likes Attack on Titan. I'm assuming.
Me not really because
not into that one.
I can't really. I like the idea. I like
having
the visuals. I like everything. I just can't get into it.
I mean, I'm caught up. I didn't watch the latest season. I'll get it when it comes out. Like season 3 got released in sections. I hate that. So I just wait for them to release it together, and then I'll get it.
And I've had a hell of a long day, so I'm going to drop off. I'm actually yawning my head off over here. So,
all right.
Thanks for me on, and you guys take care and talk to you again soon.
All right. See ya.
See you, man.
Bye. See ya.
Cowboy.
Yeah. Speaking of
fantastic. Okay, so I should get those. Go ahead, Pineapple.
Speaking of Akira, I'm still waiting on the Akira movie by Taika Waititi. I didn't see any news about that. I haven't seen any news about that in a long time. So
I don't know what they're
kind of excited.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah,
I think
seems like it's not going to.
Because I don't remember if my wife read the full manga. She doesn't watch these streams, but I like it's like one of those. They're like it was like a giant size one. I think she read the full thing. I'm not 100% sure, but
Definitely.
I think it's very difficult to adapt. Like the anime was really cool. I've got the proper. I got the remastered anime, which is really nice. And actually, I just picked up Promare. I don't know if anyone liked that. If anyone has seen Promare. I thought it was really neat. It's very flashy anime. It's new. It's just a one-off movie. I don't know if people would like it or not. Check it out if you want. What does it say? Why is Taika doing? I don't know. Well, Taika Waititi does good visual stuff, right? Like
Yeah, but he's not nihilistic like that. Like the Imperial is.
Yes, that's right, Sean. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. So I don't think any of these live action ones have really succeeded. Ghost in the Shell didn't succeed.
No.
Dragon Ball did not succeed. What other live action ones have there been? I mean, Rurouni Kenshin, my friend really liked Rurouni Kenshin. Like he thought it was great. Did you watch those, Sean, Rurouni Kenshin, or no?
No.
There's like 4 or 5 movies of it. No, okay.
No.
Yeah, see, I'm nervous about these live action ones because I like Death Note. The Japanese live action ones were not too bad. The live action, yeah, it wasn't exact. You read all of Death Note, right, Sean?
Yeah, I didn't like the Japanese ones either, like the Japanese live action movies.
Well, they're definitely better than that garbage Netflix.
Right. But
Yeah, they
whenever
were.
they've tried to live action these animes, like I think you can do Akira. They've been trying to do that for 20 years now, well, 30 years now.
Yeah.
But you can do it. You just need a lot of money, and you need someone who's going to be true to what the material's trying to say, and not just approach it as a popcorn movie, right?
Right. Yeah. So Alita, I did buy that one. I saw that in the theater, and I liked Alita.
Yeah. I just my problem with that was it falls down that rabbit hole that that the Green Lantern movie does, is that it's checkbox.
Oh, you got cut out. You're cutting out, Sean, right at your point. I mean, I like that movie. I've got all of the original Battle Angel Alita manga, not the second. What was it called? It was like a second series. I didn't get the second last. No, what was it called? I don't know what it was called now. Damn, I don't remember. Did you guys like Alita? Everybody? Did everyone see Alita on the panel?
I haven't seen it yet.
You haven't seen Alita? I liked it. I thought.
I'm sorry.
I know
I
I
really
might
liked it.
because I love Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. So, what Snyder? Sorry, Snyder. You said you liked it or no?
Yeah, I saw it and I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it. Man, I thought it was pretty good. Okay, Sean's coming on a different. Oh, we got 2 Seans. We should leave the other Sean on.
Kill 2 Seans.
Oh, there you go. Now it's gone. Yeah. So sorry, Sean. Yeah, you said Alita. It was just.
Yeah, I know where I cut out. It just
by numbers.
It just hits the plot points of the comic, but it doesn't really make you care about it, right? Like it doesn't tell the story of it.
Right.
It's just here's the part where the dude goes crazy and then he dies, and okay, but like I should feel something there,
It's too hard. I think it's too hard. I think
you
it's too
can
hard
do
to
it
do.
though, but yeah, it's
Yeah, I
hard,
guess so.
but it's not
It's
insurmountable,
Because a lot of these anime, like you binge through them and there's like real progression, right? And like it's hard to do all of that. Like they're gonna do a One Piece now, and I don't know how they're gonna do that. They're on chapter 1000. So a chapter is approximately the same size as one issue of a comic book. So One Piece has gone on as long as Action like there's as many chapters as there is issues of Action Comics.
Wow.
Which is insane. I don't know what chapter they're on now. They're 1,000 something chapters. Each chapter is about the size of a comic book. So and Action Comics is like up to 1,050 or something, right? So like One Piece almost has as many issues as Action Comics. That's crazy. Like my wife binged that, like she was so behind and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna catch up, and she did. She hardcore. It took her the entire summer. She caught up the whole goddamn thing.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, how are you gonna do that? Because it's not like Superman where Superman always reboots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It reboots sometimes, and as long as you have Superman fighting a guy or Lex Luthor, then it's kind of okay. But One Piece is very progressive, right? Like you can't read chapter 50 if you didn't read chapter 40, right?
Yeah.
Usually. So I don't know. It's same with Alita. Like that was, I think, a 9-volume. So we're talking like 90 chapters or something.
Mhm.
Like, how are they gonna? Or maybe it's 5 a book. I don't know how many it's in a book, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
All right. What else we got? So anybody else? So does everyone like Hawkeye? I didn't get everyone's opinion on that.
Well, I enjoyed it. It's a little slow, but I've been hearing that there might be teasing the appearance of Vincent D'Onofrio as the Wilson Fisk.
Yeah, a little bit at the very blink and you'll.
Yeah, you
Blink
see
and
his
you'll miss
hand
it.
in a.
Yeah.
We
You
don't
can't
know.
tell me otherwise that he's in the show. You can't tell me otherwise now.
Why? Because you heard him chuckle.
No, at the very when they were talking about Uncle at the very beginning, you can see it, and one of the pins apparently looks like the pins that he has in the Netflix show.
Oh, I mean, I've been seeing Vincent D'Onofrio talking about the show.
Well, I mean, if he's in it, that's crazy because he's.
I mean, think about it. Charlie Cox in No Way Home. Vincent D'Onofrio and Hawkeye.
Yeah. They're trying to
It's-
seed it in.
I feel like the episode will come out either the same week or the week after.
Yeah, because I think
That has him
if
in
they
it.
Yeah, because if they reveal Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock in No Way Home, they'll reveal Kingpin and Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's like a 1-2 punch, eh?
So wait, when is okay? So hold on a second. How many Hawkeye episodes are left?
I think
There's
they're on
3 more.
Like 6.
3 more.
Yeah,
Three
6
more,
episodes.
yeah.
When
Because
is
there were
No
6
Way Home?
episodes. Yeah.
So
The
that's-
17th. The
17th.
17th.
So, but Sean and I are seeing it on the 16th.
Oh, day early.
Yeah,
Well,
we're seeing it.
Yeah.
So what is
These
so
come
what-
out every Wednesday, right? So
Yeah, around
So
that.
should they could do that.
so they got 2 more episodes till Spider-Man. They could do it that week or they could do it the week after. It doesn't
Right,
really
so
matter.
the week that Spider-Man comes out, we see Charlie. Then the next week we see Kingpin.
Maybe.
That'll be like a here's one
That's
punch, here's
crazy.
another punch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's
man, if
cool.
that actually happens.
See Kingpin first, and then only a few days later we can see.
Yeah, that'd be
Daredevil.
cool too.
Yeah, so if that would mean that Sean and I would watch Hawkeye on Wednesday and see Kingpin the next day. We're going and we're seeing the
Daredevil.
earliest show. We're
Yeah.
seeing the sneak preview early show. We're gonna be the first people to see it basically because there wasn't a show before that. Like we're seeing it like 4 p.m. or something. So it's like we're
Yeah.
seeing it the 4 p.m. show on Thursday. So I told I'm gonna spoil it for everybody. I told Truth I'm gonna DM him. I'm gonna message everybody and spoil the crap out of it. And then everyone's gonna hate me, but everyone hates me, but they like me anyways. I don't know. They like me anyway.
Hey, even though you like Justice League, we're still good.
I haven't watched Justice League, and I only saw it once. I have to watch it again. I don't know if I like it or not. I thought it was like okay when I saw it, but I wasn't dying over it. But
I picked this up the other day. Finally,
Oh, I got that. I got that. Yeah, I
that's
got
one.
that.
That's
one.
Okay. I'm gonna rewatch. I'm gonna do a weekend.
and also this the palate cleanser.
Oh, Snoopy collection.
the
That's cool.
Snoopy
Alright.
movies, yeah.
Did you guys hold on a second?
Oh, let me see if I have any.
I grabbed this. I got this on sale for $8. Did you guys like Us? Because I liked
Us?
this movie.
I liked it.
I don't know if people liked this movie or not. I
When
really
it came out,
liked it.
people shat on it, but like I liked it a lot.
I kind of liked it a lot.
I rocked the Sam Raimi trilogy. Yeah.
Oh, flip it around. Turn around. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm
nice,
rocking
yeah.
the Sam Raimi trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grabbed this for $8. Like Us, I mean, I liked it.
You guys should get this one day.
Once
I got
upon a
that.
time in China.
Yeah, I got that.
It's like 5 movies.
Yeah.
It's the movies that made Jet Li a star.
Yeah, it's Jet Li, man, and he's like
Yeah.
the damn best in that. And I think I've only seen Once Upon a China 2. Like,
Oh yeah.
I only saw part 2 or something weird. It was like some weird.
Some of them weren't released in North America when they came out there.
I have this underrated Hulk movie.
Yeah, I like it.
And we're showing off shit.
Oh, what else? Okay, I'll show you something.
Imogen.
Oh,
Anyway.
I've got that right there. And,
Yeah.
oh, Sean, I'll do you one better.
Got me
on
some
that.
Dark Knight.
Which one? The Yokeis?
Oh no, the yokai is Dark Knight. Nice. No, I've got Daimajin, the Reveltech
Oh,
figure.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
That
don't
was
make a lot of that guy, but yeah.
That was a very.
I'm rocking Man of Steel.
Yeah, I've got Man of Steel,
That's
of
cool.
course.
Steve got me this the other day. I never bought it myself. The 2011 Thundercats.
Hey, was that Blu-ray?
Yeah.
I only have the DVDs. I didn't know there was a
Oh
Blu-ray.
shit.
Got me Iron Man.
Iron Man, yep, I've got that one too.
And you got me the Jetsons because I was never gonna buy it myself.
I got
It's too
entire,
expensive.
I have the entire box of Smallville with me.
I've got Smallville, but individually, I didn't get the box set of that. Here's something that nobody else has that I have.
All right. I have the Tim Burton. I have the Tim
Why?
Burton and Joel Schumacher Batmans.
That's cool. The Blu-ray, yeah.
No, I bought this for my nephew.
Nice
Oh,
color
yeah.
treaty.
Yeah, it's a big one. Look how big he is.
Yeah, it's pretty big. That's
It's
cool.
huge. This is at Walmart, man. It's like
Basically a
pillow.
figure.
Oh, I used
right?
to have one of those as a kid.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah,
How old's your nephew?
3.
Oh, that's cool. It's like it's the size of him.
It's the size of him.
You're gonna like this one, J-Man.
We got
got
Toby's
this.
boyfriend.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
got all
What
the
is that?
doctors.
That's really nice.
I got from Cardinal to Matt Smith.
Yeah,
I
that-
would bring up my like hot toy collection, but I only have Captain Marvel and Thor, and also I don't have a camera on my computer.
Oh, but no, that
Yeah,
Hot
that
Toys are great.
camera.
Hey, Andrew,
Yeah.
is that Doctor Who? Come back for a second. Is that?
Yo,
is
look, is that who
Hello.
I think it is on the poster besides you? Is that the king himself, Andrew
Oh,
Garfield?
you talking about this, J-Man?
Yeah, is that with all the doctors?
From Hartnell to Matt Smith.
Yeah, so that's the figures, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Wow.
sealed?
They're all in this thing, yeah.
No, but it's a seal. Did you
Is
open it?
it? That
Oh,
is
no, I haven't opened it.
that is
Wow.
very hard to get. Like, don't open it.
Hey,
It's
I saw
very
it
hard to
at
get.
marketplace near my dad's.
Yeah, it is, dude. It's very.
How much
Even
that
I don't
shit?
have it.
It's-
I have every figure in there, but not in the package. I had to buy them all separately.
Hey,
That's very hard
I
to
have them all
find.
right here.
Yeah, keep that very safe, dude.
You got it.
Did I miss a comment here, Jamie? Have you seen the Ant-Man 3 promo?
Holy shit.
I mean, I like Ant-Man.
I got this little model here. Of the
Oh no, I
Tumbler.
didn't see that.
Yo, is that who I think he is on that poster behind you? The
Yes,
king himself,
It's Andrew Garfield. Yes.
the king himself, Andrew Garfield.
I got this Funko Pop here of the Joker from Tim Burton Batman.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's the best
Yeah.
Joker.
And you, Santa Claus, shut up.
No,
It is Andrew Garfield, though. It is the Andrew Garfield
I
poster.
got it. I only got it the day it came out in 2012.
Well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, like, yeah, like, look, it's still Spider-Man swinging around fighting people. Like, we're not talking like we all hate this stuff. It's like we're just saying we like Tobey better. That's all.
Yeah, you're right.
And I freely admitted that Andrew Garfield in Part 2 as Spider-Man looks good and behaves very good. But
Yeah.
the movie sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's one of these ones where the rest of the movie sucks. Like, he's very good, but the rest of it, like, Tobey Maguire is good and his movie is good.
Yeah, you need both of them. You
You
need
need
a
both.
good movie and a good character.
Yeah, the characters, the villain was great. The villains are great, and the hero's great, and the story is great. So all of it's good.
You rock Nickelback with Hero? Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good song though. Ant-Man 3.
Can we pause for a second and realize the fact that we're getting an Ant-Man 3? Like,
Yeah,
the fact that we have an Ant-Man 1,
I
and then
know.
they made an Ant-Man 2. There's going to be an Ant-Man trilogy.
With Bill
and it's
Murray.
Ant-Man.
Bill Murray.
Like, for F's sakes.
Let's take a
Anyway,
look at the Ant-Man 3.
Oh, that reminds me, J-Man.
Oh, with Kang.
I saw Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
did you like it?
Yes, I did.
I'm glad people are liking it. Don't listen to Sean and I bitch about it.
Oh,
Enjoy-
you know,
enjoy Enjoy
Clobberin
your
time
movie.
shouted at me for that too. He was like, he was going through all the goodbyes in one of these streams, and he was like, Decepticon, like you did good today. and he goes, even though you made Mark D with a C, bad for liking Afterlife, you Scrooge you, and but they're laughing about it, right? So yeah.
Listen,
and
I know.
also,
Don't listen to
J-Man.
us. Don't listen to Sean and I bitch about that movie.
And also,
Have fun.
when I saw Afterlife, when the original Ghostbusters showed up at the end, my theater was clapping.
I'm glad that everybody was happy. Don't wait a few years before you listen to my opinion on it.
Let me guess, you didn't like it?
Let everyone have.
He already told me his opinion. I'm good.
Let me guess.
I already know it.
I didn't like it, but I have a lot
Oh,
of
I
good
knew it.
reasons.
Let me guess. It's worse than the 2016 one.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that. But I would say it's not that. I would say it's better than the 2016 movie.
Well, at least it was directed by the original first two movie director's son.
Yeah, I just think there's too many callbacks. It's like
No
the same
callbacks.
thing.
It was nostalgia done right.
No, but it's the same villains.
It's not the exact copy of the first movie. It's not Force Awakens.
It's not
Well,
exactly.
it kind of is, because once you know it's Gozer, then it goes through the motions of what Gozer did in part one. So
Well, it's not New York.
They're a
It's
god,
in
and there's
Oklahoma.
dogs, and it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's like God.
Yeah.
It's a dog.
So
it's
then
like-
there's no threat anymore. It's like they
Right.
already defeated this person.
Yeah, they've already
Did
fought
they
Gozer
really?
once. So I
Because
don't know.
we only saw her disappear and turn to.
I know, but I don't like the
much from
Ghostbusters
her.
only fighting Gozer all the time. It's
Right.
like there's other dudes.
Do
to
you remember the second
you know?
movie? They fought the statue of Vigo.
That's true. But no one likes that movie for some reason. I love it now
I like
that I saw
Ghostbusters too,
Afterlife.
No, they should just have
I
different
love it.
villains. You could
Yeah.
have the same movie, just have a different bad guy. Because
Just
Well,
have like
I remember-
Gozer's brother or sister get revenge.
sure.
Well, I remember you kind of had a third movie in a video game in
Yeah,
2010.
that was very good. Sean and Steve really liked the video game a lot. Everyone said that was very good.
Yeah, you had everyone back from the movie.
Yeah, like
Yep. So yeah, that was pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet, so.
It's a video
All
game.
right, guys,
Everyone
okay,
else
so-
Oh,
did.
I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was this.
Private chat. What's going on here?
First look at Kang and Ant-Man.
Is that yours,
It's a
Sean?
crew shirt that has like a design on it with a cracked helmet of Ant-Man.
Yeah, that's
but
what
in the
Marcus was
reflection
saying.
is Kang from the movie, supposedly.
Why can't I look at this? It's not.
It's
letting me look at it.
Twitter.
I can. I tried to do one. Let me look at it.
Oh, hold on. You know what? Let me
Oh,
try
here
There
we
you
go.
go.
There we go.
All right,
That's
let's see
better.
what it is.
It's ruined by my text.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
there you go. Yeah, see,
is that the purple Kang helmet and the Ant-Man mask?
Yeah.
that looks pretty cool.
So maybe he'll kind of look like Kang at some point in that movie.
Why are they gonna wait till Ant-Man to show the actual Kang look?
Yeah, Kang was never an Ant-Man villain.
hell, even Bill Murray's gonna be in
Bring
it.
Egghead back.
he was a
Hell,
Fantastic
even Bill
Four
Murray's
and
gonna be in
intro
Ant-Man 3.
villain.
Yeah,
Well, it looks cool. We'll see how it goes.
yeah, we'll see. Can't be
Okay,
worse than
guys, I'm
Ant-Man 2.
gonna wrap it up there.
Yeah, I got my own stream to do in 12 minutes.
Oh, awesome. All right, so I'll try to get on because I got to go
Oh,
to
look,
bed
it's
early tonight.
Alien.
But I'll try to come on a bit. I love Alien.
Wait, before we go, YouTube did not delete my
That's just
account
for
for what I
someone-
said about basically watching
They
people's
won't.
uploads.
They're not going to delete you, dude. They're not going to delete you. I would. You'd have to do some really crazy shit for them to delete your account.
Pull some GTA shit.
You have to do some really weirdness. So I think you're going to be okay. But
Yeah.
all right, guys, that's it. We'll be back. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be on the Action Elite talking about King Solomon's Mines and Alan Quatermain. And the
Question: What is that?
Um,
The
You
movie.
I'll
gotta
tell you
watch
what,
more movies, dude.
so basically, there's a character named. Have you seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Or have you-
The
with Sean Connery?
old movie.
yeah. So Sean Connery. So Sean Connery plays Alan Quatermain. So Alan
Wasn't
Quatermain.
that his last movie?
It was his last movie, yeah. So Alan Quatermain is an old character. I don't know what year. Sean, you want to look up the year of Alan Quatermain when he was created?
Sure.
So King Solomon's Mines, it's an adventure book. It's a book. So they're old books. Like I think they're 1800 something. I'm not for sure, but Sean will let me know. So one of the characters is a hunter named Alan Quatermain.
1885.
Sorry?
1885.
So
was
the
first
book. So the
yeah.
first book is from 1885. So 1885, this guy H.R. Rider, H. Rider Haggard, wrote a character called Alan Quatermain. So basically, he's like a hunter and all that. Then George Lucas took a lot of inspiration from a lot of different things to make his movies. So Star Wars, we know. So for Indiana Jones, he really likes these like pulp adventures, and he really likes these old serials. Hey, Skeptic, we're done in a minute, so there's no point.
All right, man. If you want, come go see my stream in 10
Skeptic,
minutes.
Andrew's going to be streaming in about like 10, 15 minutes, so why don't you go check out his thing?
Yeah,
I put a link.
Is it the first link? Okay, yeah, it is.
I put a link in the chat.
There's nothing on this channel.
I don't know what's going on.
There's like no content.
Oh. Anyway, so yeah, so this character is like a hunter and all that. So Indiana Jones is kind of based off of this character, but also mixed with other things like these old movie serials and all that kind of stuff. So it's sort of like an amalgamation of all of these things. So Alan Quatermain plays a little bit of inspiration to Indiana Jones. Well, they made a lot of a lot of King Solomon's Mines stuff, but when Indiana Jones came out, Indiana Jones was so super mega popular. Everyone was dying over how great these movies were. They decided, hey, why don't we do Alan Quatermain movies? Because his character's in the public domain, we can make a movie on him. So Patrick Swayze has played the character. Sean Connery has played the character. The movies we're doing is the Richard Chamberlain and Sharon Stone versions. But everyone thought that Alan Quatermain was it's so funny. They thought it was a ripoff of Indiana Jones. The movies are kind of ripoffs of Indiana Jones, but Indiana Jones is kind of a ripoff of him first. So it's very weird. But the movies are very cheesy and campy, but they're fun, adventurous, and they're just wacky. So I love them. I've got the poster for it. I don't know if I can even show if my camera will stay on my tripod. I don't know if it's gonna make it. No, I won't make it.
Just back it up.
Anyway, so we're gonna be talking about those movies. But yeah, look up King Solomon's Mines and Alan It's Quatermain. And he was Sean Connery in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. So that's your history on that. Okay, guys, now for sure I got to wrap it up. All right. Thank you, guys. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, we're going to be back probably either Saturday or Sunday night to do another stream. All right. Take care, everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Hey, friends. You've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.